Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Breaking news. Something is happening to Trump. Something is indeed happening to Trump. I've got a very, how shall we say, reliable source has contacted me with the latest. They have contacted me with the greatest of what is going on in the world today. I look yellow and it looks dark in here, but that's how we're living, and that's how it is. I have a lot of ring rust, but we're going to work it out. We are going to work it out. We are going to see what's going on here. There it is. I've got broken monitors. I've got new monitors. I've got all kinds of things going on. Let's see. Can anybody hear me? Let me get the thumbs up. How many people are watching? 0. Well, it is what it is. Oh, there we go. Professor Mex, my bro. Fortune Cookie Tarot by Annabelle. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And let's see if I can figure this out. My monitor broke, and somebody gave me a, how shall we say, curved monitor that's got 20% of it's broken. But it's like so far, I think I have to move it close. Hold on. I hope I'm ready for my close-up. Here we go. Oh, Jesus, it's freaking heavy. It is freaking heavy. It's a curved monitor. Somebody gave me, which is nice of them. So shout out to that person. There we go. How's that? How's the look? That's a close-up indeed, I know. Actually, I had like a breakout on my nose. Anyways. Now I can't see anything because it's like right in the way. How's that? It is what it is, people. It is what it is. Welcome to the show. Yeah, I don't think I like this curved monitor because it's like so far away. How can I make it bigger? How can I make it bigger? Who is this? I just farted. That's nice. Sohung 69. Welcome to the show, Sohung 69. Handsome like Dieter from Sprockets When We Dance. I love it. Yeah, I am kind of like Dieter from Sprockets When We Dance. That's a kind of obscure SNL reference from the 90s. But here we are. What was I even trying to do? What does this button do? Yeah, let's do that. Let's just invite people. If anyone wants to come up and not make trouble for me. There you go. There you go. Logical Spark in the house. Anyone who's here, thank you so much. To my long times, thank you. To my short times, welcome to the show. To anyone else, if you want to pull up. Let's figure out what's going on. Oh, somebody wants the link. Let's see if we can get them in here. Let's see what we can do. And let's not forget, over a year ago, something happened to Trump. Was that staged? Was it not staged? I don't even know. I don't even know if that was real or if that was fake. Because when someone gets shot in the ear, you would expect to see some type of damage, right? Was it staged? I don't know what to believe anymore. The older I get, the more I realize everyone has been lying to me my entire life. Everyone has been lying to me my entire life. And do I think that Trump actually did get shot? I don't know. I don't know what to say, but let's look on Instagram because Fun with Dirt apparently has sent me something that's must-see TV. Okay, that's a picture. Thank you for that, Dirt. That's another picture. These are pictures, Dirt. Do you have any video? Here we go. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's happening in the world. Let's see if they're trying to do it again to Trump, or did what they do to Trump in the past, was it a lie? I really don't know what to believe anymore. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, this is live. Okay, thank you. We'll watch the New York Post live. Let's see if we can share this. Let's see what we are getting to, people. Let's see what we're getting to. We're going to share this. What kind of screen do we like? Do we like that? So I can see how attractive I am? Or do we like this? Small, large, only me, couple people, big me, small me. Oh, that's neat, but it's kind of over me. Can I adjust it? Let's see here. Let's make it big. There we go. Let's get to it. Let me know if you can hear this. Let's go to it. Let's rewind. Of course, for those of you who do not know, the White House Correspondents' Dinner, quote unquote, is this it? The Nerd Ball is where all of the correspondents, aka journalists, come out. And then the president tells jokes. And it's funny. Anyone remember? Does anyone remember Obama's anger? What was he? Anger translator. Where is the thing that happened? You're not saying anything, Dirt. Here we go. Let's see what they have to say.
So it's unclear if the White House Correspondents' Dinner is going to continue. Obviously, all the dignitaries, the president is not here, J.D. Vance is not here, the cabinet secretary is not here. Many of those folks with security personnel have been rushed out of the building.
Here we go.
We have an announcement.
All right, let's go.
I know everyone's going to want as many details as possible, and right now we don't have that, but I can tell you that our program is going to resume momentarily. We will have more details to share also momentarily, but for now, please just be patient as we figure out just how much time it will be, but it shouldn't be that much longer. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Shout out to all of the Talcadians. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for coming with me. This is breaking news. How can I pause this? I'm so rusty. Nope. There we go. Breaking news, everybody. Breaking news. The White House Correspondents' Dinner was tonight. That, of course, is commonly referred to as the Nerd Ball. Famously, Obama's anger translator was there. The president kind of kicks back and tells jokes. It was the famous area. The famous Correspondents' Dinner is actually how Trump became the president, because Obama famously called him out, made fun of him, talked about how the only thing he did important in his life was The Apprentice, and Obama was basically being Obama, and he shamed and humiliated Trump to the point where he actually made a serious run and won the presidency of the United States. Now, apparently there were shots that rang out, and that's what we're trying to figure out now. We are in real time right now, trying to figure this out. We're trying to find the latest. We're trying to find the greatest clips. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Shout out to Fun with Dirt. Let's see if we can share this screen. We're going to share this screen. And it's been a long time since I've done this. because I am indeed rusty. No, we don't want that. We want to share this tab instead. Okay, here we go, people. And this is the first time I've seen this myself. Let's go. There we go. Okay, apparently this is it. Now, this looks like Trump. I don't know who this Asian woman is. I don't know any of these people aside from Trump. Let's go. Uh-oh, something happened. Can you hear this? The SWAT team with the helmet. It's a good response. It looks like he fired his old Secret Service. Remember the fat woman? The fat woman who didn't know how to hold a gun? She's gone. Thank God. These guys are ready to go. That was fast. Let's count the response time. Let's count the response time. It is quiet. It is quiet indeed. Something happens. I can't hear any gunshots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's kind of a slow response. Hold up. Okay, let's do a poll. And you must forgive me because I am indeed rusty. I haven't done this in a long time. And I have a new monitor here, but let's do a poll. Did Trump really get shot the first time, or was that a false flag? Did he get shot the first time, or was that a false flag? Because how many people do I know that have been shot in the ear? Let's think about that. I don't know any, actually. So I don't have anything to compare it to, honestly. I've never seen anyone shot in the ear. Ever. Even in a hospital or anything like that. Was Trump's ear shot a false flag? Make sure that we take this poll. We need to find out, and we need to figure out what this is. Let's count the response time from the alleged shooting to what we have here. Let's go. Okay, here we go. I don't see anything. We'll start it from when they start to look funny, which is right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, it took 9 seconds. It took 9 seconds to get Trump out of there. What are they doing? At least we got the SWAT team out there. At least we got rid of the fat lady. These dudes look ready. Look at this guy. He's actually pointing the gun. Okay, well, let's see what else we have here. Thank you so much again, Fun with Dirt, for sending me this. Here's another clip. This is the same clip. That's just a picture. Okay, got it. All right. So we just got the announcement. Apparently, they're going to continue. But doesn't that seem a little odd? Like, what's going on here? Where's the news at? Let's watch this. And let's see what is going on. Let's present this. Let's share a screen. Don't forget to take the poll, people. Was that a false flag previously? Share the screen. And here we go. Let's rewind it to when Trump was there.
Everyone, President Trump.
All right, this is obviously from earlier.
On behalf of the White House Correspondents Association, thank you for being here. It is meaningful that you're with us tonight. And White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, thank you for everything you and your team does to work with us every day, whether you like it or not.
If anyone wants to come up and cam up and talk about Trump, now's your big chance. How long can Barney milk this? That's a good question. I think I'm running out of steam. So why don't you come up, Ben? Why don't you come up? I'm looking for some material, and I am rusty indeed. I only get my news from Barney. Thank you, Jeffrey, the man. Thorpes are in the chat. Thorpes are in the building. What poll? The poll is, was it a false flag? You have to be gay to have the number. That's a good one. That's a good one indeed. All right. We've got a very special guest in the back. Let's see if I can figure this out. You know, this new screen is working against me, people. We're going to have to switch things up here. As I said previously, my screen broke. Someone was kind enough to give me one of these. You know what I'm talking about. One of these curved screens. But it's like so curved, the words are too small. It's too far away. So I'm just struggling. I'm just struggling, everybody. I'm struggling, but I do appreciate your patience. I am trying to milk this, and it looks like I am Mr. Popular. Looks like a few people are in the back, absolutely. And let's try to bring them up in the new customary way, because you'll notice that you're going to see some changes around here, everybody. You are going to see some changes. Things are not going to look the same. And I certainly hope you like it. All right. We're going to do a 2-4. We're going to welcome 2 people to the screen, 2 people to the show. Let's give them a warm welcome. Joe Cool and Ben Ford. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, you fucking rule! Fucking rule!
Joe Cool, welcome to the show. Long time no see. I'm glad to see you are around, sir. What's going on?
You know what's going on. I was running around looking for someone I could fucking hop on. I saw a couple of people, but no one had a panel. You the first panel I saw open, and I couldn't have been happier. You were the right guy. And Ben, I don't know you, but I got happy when I saw you, because the only thing motherfuckers agree on is that you are one introspective son bitch. So I might be in the right place at the right time.
We met each other, Joe.
I know we never chopped it up though, right? We probably been on the same panels and shit. We ain't never had a chance to chop it up, like that. It's always 8
Barney,
niggas
can
on
I
panel.
add to the?
Hold on. First foremost, hold on, Joe. This is a family show, so if you can please.
Thank you. Okay, I'll
keep
try.
the cussing to a minimum. Go ahead, Ben.
Okay.
I can only add one piece of knowledge that I have. I know someone who lives near DC, where this event took place, who seems like the type of guy who might cause a ruckus in the back because he wants to talk to Donald Trump. And I know for a fact that he was on stream, so it wasn't him. Jack Chalcott.
Yes, it was not him. I'm confident in that.
I could vouch for Jack.
There's
no way, unless he's capable of bilocation.
That's
well,
the
you never
first
know.
thing we do is see what Jack was.
You never know. But let's just get one thing out of the way. When Trump got shot in the ear, was that fake or real? Go ahead. Joe Cool.
As much as I want to say fake, I don't see how they could have faked it, and I see a lot of reasons why they would have, including the deep conspiracy shit, where one of these tales is of someone who was wounded in the ear, one of those old Talmud tales or something, and they were trying to repeat it with him. I had all sorts of good conspiratorial shit, but looking at it and all of that shit, I don't, no one's that good a shot, blah blah blah. I can't tell. Definitely some was up though.
I mean, Joe Cool, seriously. We all know that Trump was into wrestling. I presume that you've watched wrestling to some extent.
Yeah.
We know what it is to be a wrestler, to cut your
Hurt
forehead
yourself.
or have the blood.
Yes.
And we all know the reason that after it, I mean, look at this. He looks like a hero. That's the picture of the year. We know why this might have been fake. And for you to act like
that that'd be my number one reason right there. I'll give you that, Barney. The photographers that they just happen to usher in and take the pictures, all of that shit. Yes, it just perks my ears, man.
And when you look at his ear now, there's no wounds. Like, you get shot in the ear.
And with a rifle, his ear should be gone. A chunk should be gone, right? I mean, it had to be the sliciest bit of a touch ever.
So again, I ask you, was it as was presented to us, or was it fake?
Finally, your ear can bleed from almost nothing. You know what I mean?
So was it a false
The
flag?
blood's right there. That's why your ears get red when they get hot. When you get cold, is it?
Right. So meaning if he did fake it, it'd be easy to get it bleeding. I think. Ben, where you going?
No, I'm just saying you wouldn't necessarily have to get like a major wound to your ear for it to bleed. You know what I mean? Like it's
all right. It could have been close nicked and wasn't.
Yeah, even if you nick yourself with like a razor, your ear will bleed pretty profusely.
I hear just
yes, face and ears are extremely vasculature, but
yeah,
really the question is, do you think it was a false flag or not?
Well, how could you possibly do that?
Did you not just hear me talk to Joe Cool? Wrestling. Trump is a known wrestling fan and supporter. He famously got in a wrestling fight with Vince McMahon. We know that wrestlers go down and then they cut themselves and they come up and they have blood everywhere. You can fake a gunshot and you can sacrifice that weirdo quite simply just to get elected.
You're saying the way he did it is when he went down, then there was a nick.
I don't know.
I'm saying that's possible.
I'm saying it's possible. I don't know. And hold on. We have a legend in the back. And let's not continue what we had earlier, but let's go.
Jack.
Yeah, you fucking rule. Yeah.
Jack Talkout, it's a pleasure and honor to have you here.
Where were you? Where were you? Tell the truth, Jack. Where were you?
No, I can vouch for Jack. He was chatting on his panel.
Okay, Ben. When
no, I see what you're saying. I was just saying the idea that someone could shoot that accurately and actually hit him in the ear, I think is beyond like possibility.
Listen, okay. Here's what I think.
Somebody just texted me and said the shooter of the thing is apparently deceased. I don't know if y'all heard that or not.
Perfect. Well, we're going to cover it next, but I don't say that there was an actual shooter whose job was to just nick Trump's ear.
Right.
People say that.
Very good. Very good.
I don't say
especially because he was moving. I mean,
no.
Yeah,
the marksmanship would be
right. Would have been crazy. Right.
If it was fake, I am 100% certain that that's not how it was faked. If it was faked, they sacrificed a human, and then he went down and like cut his ear or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or it just was a lucky, or Trump just got lucky and didn't.
No. You got me on the fake shit, Barney. You got me thinking maybe you were right. No.
Can I ask you? Is there any footage of the ear getting struck? No, right? You couldn't see that, right?
No.
And there's no bleeding until he comes back up.
If that's
he grabs his ear like it, but maybe he had like a knife in his hand, like it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it happened one way.
Sure,
or
no.
another.
I'm just saying.
I'm asking the panel.
I love it.
Was it a false flag or not?
I'm gonna be into it. No, you think you sold me, bro? Because all I needed was that.
I'm not selling.
All I needed.
I need help.
Wait, here. I think you just helped me.
Talking of the possibilities.
My problem was I didn't think no one could be that marksman. I hadn't considered what you said. The wrestler squib behind the ear. If it's something that, and you take the shooter out, now all the rest makes sense. I watched him ushering some people to take a picture 6 feet from him. I watched him take all of the male agents off and put these little bitty female agents on there just before it happened. All of that reeks.
Yeah. Okay. So, Mr. Thorpe, false flag or not?
Well, can you tell me what I understand a false flag to be something like a fake attack to justify war, let's say, that you actually set up.
So
that's kind of
my question is,
flag is.
Did it happen as is reported, you think?
Or is it like a hoax, right?
Or was it a hoax? Because after that happened, I mean, who's not going to vote for that? Dude's like a hero.
Look at that picture. Flag in the background.
Look at that picture. The blood. I mean, that's a compelling picture right there. Who doesn't want to vote for Trump after that?
Right. I agree. I did say I did not actually vote for him, but I was like, you got my vote. Right. Yeah, sure.
So are you going to answer the question? Are you dodging the question? I don't understand why.
What, you're saying, what do I think? I have no idea.
Okay, so no answer is your answer.
Yeah.
He thinks it was legit. I'm gonna read between the lines and say he's declaring
yeah,
he thinks it was legit.
There's no answer. All right, let me
I don't know.
we got someone in the back, very special guest, first time on the show. Is called Barnosphere now. Until I come up with a better name. That's what's going on.
But
Grace, welcome to the show.
Yeah, you fucking rule. Fucking rule.
Good night, Mike.
Show. There's a question that everyone has to answer, but Jack.
wait, can I add
next.
to my answer, Barney? Okay,
No, sure.
If it was a fake, I actually think that makes an even better argument. You should be president because that's a hell of a stunt to pull off.
Pretty effective.
Yeah, but that's lousy reasoning. I'd like to hear from Jack and Grace, but I'd really love to jump that reason at some point.
Jack.
Well,
what do you know the question, Jack?
yeah. I don't know. Honestly, that's my most honest answer. But I think there's a lot of evidence that supports if it was staged, that could have very easily been supported by the likes of Israel.
I was reading that in there too.
Well, that's the one they wanted for obvious reasons.
And it worked, right? Because he did the puppet thing once he became president. So it would have been successful.
Yep.
That was the one they got behind, and he's the guy, and he's doing Bibi Netanyahu's bidding. Of course, we don't want to get in trouble now. I am demonetized because I was bad, I guess. I suppose.
That's right.
And I'm on the road to remonetization, and I had to take down a lot of my videos. So really I need watch hours, and then I can reapply. So please do watch this repeatedly, give it a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to Barnosphere. I certainly will appreciate it. Now, Miss Thorpe, do you remember when Trump got allegedly shot in the ear before? Yes. Now, do you think it is as was reported, or do you think it was some sort of false flag or something of that nature? I think you're muted. You're actually muted.
Yeah, we haven't heard you say anything yet, Grace.
Can't hear you.
No sound. No sound. Well, lost another one. That's fine. Hopefully she will come back. All right. So we're looking for the latest and the greatest on the news. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah. You're the right person for this. I think I said that already, but you're the right guy.
Hello.
Hey,
There you go.
go.
There you go.
There it is.
Wait, is it working now?
Yes.
May have been a connection or something.
No, I was gonna say it never occurred to me that was fake. But if it was fake, then how do you explain Thomas Crooks? How is that he an operative too, or?
Well, when you look at Mr. Crooks, what do you see? You see a disaffected, autistic, kind of disposable man who they can pin anything on. He fits the profile. He doesn't have friends, probably an incel. Right. Wasn't he in some commercial for
MK Ultra?
He was in a commercial for something strange. I forget what that was. Right. But they just think of, well, we need Trump elected. It's been shown that we will just delete anyone we want for the greater Judea project. And do you think that a one Thomas Crooks is going to stand in the way from what God has, let's just say, betrothed them 3,000 years ago? Absolutely not. I mean, it's a stretch. It's a stretch.
But I mean, like, isn't there body cam footage of the police officers at the scene? Like they see him on the roof, they're behind him, then they go up on the roof and they capture him. Like, how do you explain? Is that all fake?
Well, I think that's in the evidence of faked, not faked, of what do you call it, Barney, earlier, whatever the fuck you call it, false flag. Because
him where they shot him dead.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
There's video of him walking down. It's supposed to be covered because the president is here with agents every freaking where. There's video of him walking with a ladder up to the building, everybody pointing and screaming. The building is the most obvious. It's the one that the Secret Service would have watched. It was the most obvious building. Everybody saw it, but the Secret Service. We could be using him as evidence in our corner.
And never underestimate government incompetency, guys.
Much like your father, much like Mr. Talcott, I don't know what happened. But I know when I look at Trump's ear, it doesn't look like it got hit by a bullet.
Nope.
Is that going to lead us to Charlie Kirk's next song?
No, I'm going to pass on that one.
You going to pass on that one because that ain't no 30 on 6. I used to dear. Stop it. That ain't no 30 on 6.
It's not like, why not?
Because those things would tear through. You know, they had to rearm
listen,
tanks.
I'm a hunter.
Oh, no, that was a 50. They were shooting.
I'm a hunter. I personally have witnessed my friend with a 270, which is just a neck down 30-06. It's basically the same thing.
Right.
He necked a deer at close range.
Yeah, thick in there is like, I don't know, 8 times, even as wide. I'm gonna have to.
It was a small mule deer. I've seen
a mule deer. Is there such a thing as a small mule deer? All right. Yeah. I gotta make a run. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. I've seen lots of things get shot with 30-06s actually, and I don't know. I mean, I didn't really cover that, but because I was in hiatus, and I'm still kind of in hiatus, but I do appreciate everyone coming out for this one. And we have to think back to the first time Trump was allegedly shot. It was in Pennsylvania, and CNN apparently didn't show up for any of his speeches except for this one. I mean, it's very insane. It's very crazy. I don't know what happened. I don't know what didn't happen. The only thing I do know is that Trump doesn't have any boo-boo on his ear. I've looked. He had that bandage, and then everyone in solidarity had their little bandage, and it's all just so bizarre and strange. And something tonight happened. Of course, the correspondents' dinner. This is quote unquote the nerd ball. This is where the president gets up there and tells jokes. If you remember, Obama had his anger translator famously. Also famously, Obama humiliated Trump at one of these, and that's why he actually ran for president and won, making fun of his, how shall we say, life that was not as important as Obama's. And it wasn't at the time, but now it is. But anyways, does anyone have anything to say before we get back to the current news? No?
I'm not sure what the point of speculating about whether it's fake or not. Like, how does that help anybody? I just don't know. Never occurred to me, but I've heard a lot of people talk about whether XYZ is fake.
Well, at this correspondence dinner, there was gunshots. So
yeah, I saw the clip. Yeah,
it just reminds me of that. And why is it fake? Well, because does the Mossad run the government? Does Israel control us? Are these false flags real? We've known that the Gulf of Tonkin incident, of course, started Vietnam. We wanted a war in Vietnam, so we started a war. And we said that the North Vietnamese were attacking the U.S. Navy. Like, first off, what's the U.S. Navy doing in the Gulf of Tonkin? And second off, are they really attacking aircraft carriers and cruisers and destroyers? And it just shows.
Wait, but can I just make a quick point? If you want to say like Greater Judea, don't you think what they'd want the Goyim to waste their time doing is saying, is it real? Are they faking? Are they tricking us? Is it real? And just loop endlessly about that while they do whatever they want to do. Like, isn't that a great way to keep the Goyim entertained?
Well, they needed Trump.
You don't think they have been wanting to push the narrative that things are fake, so people are constantly speculating, so they don't actually do anything except speculate?
It's like a double fake out.
Well, if you didn't want somebody to know what you were doing, wouldn't you push the narrative that, like, maybe it's fake, maybe it's not, and then people take that seriously and just think about it endlessly instead of paying attention?
It could be. Anything's possible, or it could just be exactly as it's presented. I don't know. There was a time when, quote unquote, 9/11 truthers were the most insane, crazy people in the world to me. And I thought that they were completely insane. And now when I hear about it, it's Building 7 and all this other stuff. And when you actually look into it, it's like, well, maybe they're not crazy. Maybe there's something here. I don't know. We're just seeking the truth.
You know, Barney, when I first came on the internet and I had almost no experience, especially with live streams, I went on a guy's channel called Made by Jim Bob. Mm-hmm. And they were talking about whether the moon landing was real. And I said to them, I don't know, but I'm not sure why it matters. And they ended up within like a couple of days declaring that I was a demonic, a manifestation of the like Lucifer. And I still don't know what the answer to the question is. Why does it matter? Because let's say you find out that the government faked something. How is that going to change actually anything for you?
When I was young, I believed in America. When I was young, I believed the movies. I believed that America was right. I believe it made perfect sense for America to have the world's biggest navy and go around, and anyone we didn't like, we'd park an aircraft carrier on their coast and be like, are you sure you don't
Like
want
the
to have a
red-
little
like the-
democracy?
The
Are you
communist
sure
thing?
the
The
domino
red
theory?
scare, yeah, the domino theory, yeah.
I thought that the communists were the most evil people. I thought Russians were subhuman animals. I thought all these Muslim countries, anytime you see a Muslim, they got bombs strapped to their chest and eyeliner on. They're screaming Allah Akbar. And you see that and you're like, oh my God, these people are crazy. These people are evil. And America is right. America is just. And it's a good thing we dropped those atomic bombs because these Japanese would never surrender. And I'm trying, I forget what the question is, but I know there's an answer in there somewhere. Why does it matter? Because I believed in America at the time. And then at some point you wake up and you see, wait a minute, maybe America's the problem. Maybe we're the bad guys. Okay, now.
Well, that to be fair, when it was revealed that Netanyahu was funding Hamas the whole time, that does like change your understanding of what was going on there. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure how much that's true. I mean, I get what you're saying, but obviously the idea that Netanyahu and the Israelis would play one Palestinian group off the other is like relatively obvious. Like that's their playbook. Whether or not it goes to that level, I'm not sure it matters that much.
It matters what the are you talking about Netanyahu and Hamas and all that, or what?
Yeah, like this SPLC investigation, right? So whether or not the SPLC actually funded groups, they in a sense need a supply to justify their existence. And while I would say, like, yeah, if you're funding groups that then you were saying you need to give us money to protect you from, it's crazy. In a certain sense, you can understand the logic because, right, if you're trying to get donations,
it's a
to
protection
protect
act.
you from something, you need, whether it's organic or you're funding it, you need to, like, they certainly would exaggerate certain things, which is perfectly legal. When you go to the point of actually funding those things, it's illegal. I understand that. I think the government has a job to look into that, but it's basically the same thing. It's just an extension of the same logic.
Well, as far as
Right.
the SPLC thing goes, and I haven't read that, but immediately I loved it. Immediately I loved it because I feel like the world has gotten on my people and people that look like me, and they're quick to label us, me, my brothers, the bad guy. And I'm fed up with it. It's been like that my entire life. It's been like that my entire life. But honestly, and also the SPLC, weren't they labeling Ben Carson as a domestic terrorist or so? Like they would just put people on the list they didn't like Ben Carson, the brain surgeon from Baltimore, just because he's like hardcore into Jesus. He got put on the list. I mean, they just really went too far. And we know who
No, I
they
agree.
We know who they are.
Right.
But in all honesty, I don't know if this story or court case has legs that I hope it does. Because in all honesty, what if they're just undercover traitors? You have to pay them. You have to pay informants. So I haven't looked into this yet, and I don't know if it's going to stick. Quite frankly.
Well, when you say, let me say, when you say, I love to hear that something that I trusted I can no longer trust, or believed in I no longer believe, I would say I understand what you're saying. Like in that particular case.
No. America, I used to love and trust. SPLC is basically against me because it only wants people that look like me. You know,
I mean,
it's
it used to
always
be
against my people.
I think it used to be. It was wasn't it originated as like a way to like help civil rights activists? That's why it's called Southern Poverty,
Yep.
which just means like black anti-segregation. So, and then it expanded and became a kind of anti-white.
It's a moneymaker, and it
anti-Christian.
evolved. It fell far from the root.
I don't know.
Okay,
The
but what
SLC has the Black Hebrew Israelites as a hate group. It's not like it's just anti-white.
That's true.
It's a good point, but let's look at who they
Are they going to put
focus on
Zionists
the
there,
most.
Grace?
They're not.
Law. But Barney, what I wanted to say is
Law.
like when I go back to Jim Bob, made by Jim Bob. What happened is I was just asking, like I've never heard these theories. Totally interested, but I believe what you can, like, there's a real danger of what's called epistemological nihilism. If you don't trust anything, like, I do think we'd be lost, because like almost all of the things we believe are things we believe because others have told us that. And at a certain point, if we go, okay, I don't trust, like sometimes you can run into a conspiracy person who's like, well, I mean, those stats are made by the enemy. Those, I don't trust, like that video looks like AI, and then you get to this point where it's like, well, I mean, what do you know?
People
what I
that
mean?
believe conspiracies, they just seem to believe all of them. Yes, and certainly there is danger of falling into that group.
See, I think
which I don't want to do.
I think it can overlap with people who have issues with authority, which usually stems from them not trusting their father. And so they like confirmation that, yeah, dad lied or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they may project that onto things where, you know what I mean, that they're looking for that pattern of saying, I distrust men or those in authority, and I seek to undermine their narratives. Then it becomes a psychological issue, not really that's not really what your mind is meant to sort out. Like, well, you're not supposed to come at it skeptically.
Well, I look at everything skeptically, and definitely hold me to account. I'm seeking the truth.
No, you don't.
Whether I am seeking the truth, whether
you don't look at everything skeptically.
What do I not look at skeptically?
When you see a road sign that says curve ahead, do you trust it, or do you look at it skeptically?
I trust the road signs for some reason, but that's
who put them up? The government. I mean, you trust that the bridge is going to carry you over the bridge, right? I mean, you trust. I mean, I'm just saying. I know what you're saying.
Trust the internet.
You're saying I'm skeptical about some things.
Sure.
But a lot of times people will say I'm skeptical about everything. You're not. I doubt you're skeptical that like you exist, that we're not in a simulation. That like your family members are actually your family members. There was no switch at birth. I mean, in other words, that there were 7 continents, that a globe is really what the Earth looks like, right? I mean, maybe not.
I mean, these are some big questions. Do I believe this is a simulation? No. The globe, the Earth, I believe in that. Sometimes you see maps and the continents are different sizes, which is kind of interesting. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. I've heard a few things. We're going to talk about flat Earth next. I mean, the thing that I want to know is, why do people? This is my question, and it's impossible to talk to flat earthers, and I've tried, and it's the biggest mistake of my life. I don't know why they're so married to this. If the Earth is flat, why are people lying to us and telling us that it's not? That's like, can anyone answer that question?
Well, that was my thing with the moon landing. What's the point of lying about it?
Well, there is a point in the 60s of lying about it 100%, because there was a space race going on. Because there was
but no one actually challenged the moon landing. Like the Russians didn't challenge the moon landing. This is like much later people challenged the moon landing. So
challenge it as in they didn't try to do it. Maybe they knew it was fake. I don't know.
Well, wouldn't the Soviets have been the ones who would say like that's a fake? So, but like, what is the point? How does it make you more successful in life if you have really looked into it and you doubt the moon landing occurred,
The moon
what's
landing
the
is
purpose?
How would it? Well, we all know the purpose is because of the space race, because of intercontinental ballistic missiles and all of that. But how would it make my life better if I knew it was fake or real, other than just curiosity?
Yeah, I think the curiosity thing is interesting. I find it interesting. You know, I was like, okay, guys, show me this, show me that. Of course, what they're going to say is like, hey, common sense would tell you X, Y, and Z. But I'm like, well, it's the moon. Obviously, they're like, look at the way they're bouncing. That's not how people would bounce. It's like, how the fuck would I know how people would look if they were on the moon? It's literally alien, right? It's like, how would I have a common sense understanding of what shadows would look like on the moon?
True.
Yeah. As far as that goes, Jack, help me out here. You want any of this? No.
Even 9/11, if you go, well, I remember someone saying, like, can just think about it, Ben. A 747, 500 miles an hour hits a 100 floor building. And I'm like, well, I wouldn't know what to expect in that situation. What do you mean? Like, I don't have any fucking idea what that should look like.
I mean, I'm not in charge of much. I'm in charge of a YouTube channel and a Discord server, and I misrepresent things a lot to get people to do things. And I don't think it's immoral. Yeah.
Oh, well.
I mean, not all the time, but
what are you misrepresenting now?
I'm not saying I'm not in charge of a lot, but it's necessary. You can't tell people the truth all the time.
This channel is the last bastion of truth and honesty on YouTube, on the internet, and on the globe. So, Ms. Thorpe, we here at Barnosphere Studios are going to hold you to a higher standard than you're accustomed to. So truth and honesty reign supreme.
Listen though. Being a YouTuber is not even close to being the president, right? But you interact with all sorts of people, and sometimes these people have different mental illnesses and different inclinations, and you present things to them differently than you'd present to others, and you have different levels of trust. And sometimes you have to be dishonest or white lies or whatever. Now imagine that at that my tiny scale blown up to being the president of the entire country. Of course you're gonna lie. Of course, officials lie.
There's a whole thing. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I keep talking over you.
Okay.
Yes. Is there an instance as if I was dictator of the world, if I was president of the United States, that I would lie to the people to protect them from themselves? I would.
Exactly.
Yeah, like if people are going to panic, you'd say,
right,
slow down. We're all going to get out of here, even though you knew it wasn't true. Because if they panic, they're just going to bottleneck the door, right?
Right.
And I don't know if you remember this, and there's debate on this, but I was reading about this today for some reason. Of course, there were 2 space shuttles that America had that didn't quite make it. And the Columbia, not the Challenger, but the Columbia disaster, it had an injury to the module as it lifted off. And they knew that it was damaged, I think is a more appropriate term.
Yeah, I know this story. They didn't tell the people on board.
And they didn't tell the people it was damaged. And they're like, did you know that they weren't going to live? And some people are like, they knew they weren't going to live, so they didn't want to like concern them. In all honesty, if I was there, but then other times they say, no, we knew it was damaged, but we thought it would be okay. And in all honesty, if I'm living my dream as being an astronaut, and there's no way I can survive coming back, I mean, honestly, don't tell me. So, it's a bit
right. What good is it going to do? That there's nothing they could do to repair it.
Barney, can you post the link?
So,
yeah, who wants it?
Lou.
Depends. Lou, sure. Let's let Lou up here.
Damien says, on the other side, there are lies to manipulate people into war. Should that not be called out? Yeah. Definitely, but they're not even
maybe we can shift it
good
over
lies anymore.
Because Jack calls for transparency, more transparency from institutions. Now, I worked in the, in the Catholic school system for over the course of a couple of decades, And I like in that system, there was a huge call for transparency, but transparency is tricky because let's say a priest is accused by someone of something. Transparency would say, like, okay, let's let everyone know about this without any investigation. That priest's life is going to be ruined instantly, irremediably, right? So I do think it's correct to say, okay, let's keep this under wraps.
All right, hold on.
Before
wait.
at least
Are
we've
you
got
talking-
to investigate whether this is a credible accusation, right? Before we go public.
Hold on.
You know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
two people.
Sure.
Let's let them up here. Jack, are you going to say anything? Or are you just here for you eye candy for the ladies? Because I appreciate it. Are we talking over you? No, you good?
I'm good. I'm here to support.
All right, let me bring some more people up. And to these people, welcome back to the show. It's now called The Barnosphere until we come up with a better name. No cussing. And we got to stay on topic. Let's go. Here we go. Joe Cool, welcome back. Lou Bass, welcome to the show.
Yeah, you fucking rule. Rock and roll.
So look,
Before we get started, Lou Bass, when Trump got shot in the ear, was that real or was it a false flag?
Well, false flag, I don't know what that means, but as far as being real goes, I don't think it's a Secret Service protocol to remove their bodies from covering the president for photo op in the middle of a shooting
Very good.
episode. Right? Their job is to completely cover the president with their body, drop him to the ground, drag him out, but they stop to take a Photoshop with his hand in the air, some blood on his ear, and the flag conveniently posed behind him. I mean, anybody with a lick of intelligence can see there's something going on here. They literally lower their heads to give the chest of the president wide open view to the killer who they don't know where he is yet.
and the head.
And the head, and they give him wide open view. Come on, man. Like, I mean, I know your life is
Lalo,
in
welcome to the
shambles.
show. Hold on.
Yeah, you fucking rule.
I was just going to say, listen, Ben, I appreciate you, and I've lived in your shoes. I know your life is shattered laying on the ground in front of you with no pants on. And the idea that America is not this bastion of freedom.
All right. We're not going to. That's not going to fly, bro. You can try again. Let's stay on topic.
Listen, I just love America. I get it. You love America. I love America too. I'm actually very disappointed in America. I used to believe that America was this real land of the free, home of the brave. And I've come to the point where I realize it's the land of the fee and the home of the slave. I mean, it just is, right? I'm disappointed, but there's nothing I can do.
Lou, I don't. You're saying like I'm a super patriotic guy. That's not true.
I don't mean you're patriotic. I mean, it might be too much for your soul to bear that your life is in shatters. Now America is shattered in tatters. Now America is also shattered. Yeah, I'm messing up my words, but you get what I'm saying, right? I would just look at it. That's all, Ben. And put some pants on.
Listen,
You're the one who
Just
doesn't have
look at it,
pants
bro.
on, first of all.
I
All
can't
right,
hear Ben. I gotta
all right.
come back.
Everybody, calm down. This is not the pants on the.
Well,
ground
I would like
screen.
to. I would like to. I
Self-allude?
would like to. I would
The
I'm
topic.
sorry,
The
bro.
topic is not Mr. Thorpe's pants or his proclivities. The topic is the correspondents' dinner tonight, and we're going to lead that off with the first question. Mr. Lalo, when Trump got shot in the ear, was that real or was it a false flag? Give it to me,
Bro did not hear a single word of that question.
Mr. Lalo. Mr. Lalo, welcome to the show. Thank you for pulling up. I have a question for you. When Trump got shot in the ear, was that as presented or was that some type of false flag? Is there something else?
No, that
going
was
on?
totally legit. I don't really believe in conspiracies in general, so.
Okay, totally legit. That's a fair
Are you
answer. We got.
serious?
Why do we have
I'm
two
dead
Joe
ass.
Cools? Joe Cool, are you there? Who was that?
You might have dropped it.
Yeah, you got the wrong one. Phil.
Okay, there we go. Oh, welcome to the show. Thanks for. You can camming up is better, Mr. Cool. Honestly, it helps the algorithm.
Yeah, we love Mr. Cool.
We need some diversity.
Thank you for that, but I usually charge for that.
We need diversity.
You're our DEI.
You got the
hire.
worst laugh ever. But you got to mute. Holy shit!
You are
Oh
our
my god.
DEI hire. There you go.
Yeah, and Ben was bitching all day about. Come
Two
on.
terrible laughs. Let's go.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
Let's all
he's not
do it
using it.
together.
Nobody
to
say
the
anything
social.
funny.
Let's all do it together.
That shouldn't be too hard for you motherfuckers.
Well,
All right, listen.
well, Jack, what do you think about what I said about transparency? Do you agree that there are some reasons to keep? I'm sure you would say sometimes secrets are necessary. Clandestine operations, personal things sometimes.
Well, there's a difference between privacy, right? Individual
Yeah.
privacy versus these trade secrets and non-disclosure agreements, oaths of secrecy. It's
Okay, well, what about a trade secret? The most famous trade secret probably is the formula for Coca-Cola. Do they have a right to keep that a
It's a
secret?
private
His
organization.
shit is government secrecy too, I think. I don't know if he means every
Well, a
citizen.
trade secret is always going to be a business, not
I
the
actually
government
do-
will enforce it though.
Right. Well, and this is the thing. The only reason that trade secret is so important for them is because we live in a world of competition where profits are the focus. If we focused on providing the best service, the best value to everybody, because that's the right thing for a corporation to do, well, these corporations and the employees within them, they could share best practices with other corporations, right?
What about government, Jack? Is it any
Well, that would
time
get to
they
like
might
that
need
would be
keep a
close to
secret?
Marxism, wouldn't it?
It's about transparency and unity. And Joe, yeah, the same thing for the nation states. Eventually, that would be what I think the goal should be.
I mean, if
All
they're
right.
about to raid a house of a mass murderer or something, or go to war, they shouldn't just put that out there. These things must remain secret. Yeah.
Listen, something happened with Trump tonight, and we're way off topic. I really want to explore what's going on with Trump tonight. Did he get shot in the ear again? What's happening?
But
Is there
that's
another-
not what happened tonight, motherfucker. Tonight, what happened?
I don't know. That's why I'm having the show. So we're trying to figure it out. So let's get back to it. Let's watch the news
Before
together.
you go, what's your name, fellow up here, the stream guy here? What's your name?
Yeah,
Barney,
Barney,
is
in the
that-
fucking title.
My channel is now called the Barnosphere.
Oh,
You can
okay.
call me Barney or Barnabas or Mr. Barnes.
Okay, Mr.
Bring me
Barnes.
Barabbas.
I just wanted to say I like your energy.
And
Thank
he's
you,
funny
Lubas.
as fuck.
I
He
mean,
ain't
you
seen
remember
it
me,
tonight,
right?
but he's normally pretty funny.
Mr. Lubas. You don't
Sorry,
remember
what'd
me?
you say?
You don't
I'm
remember
not sure.
me?
No, from where? Where am I supposed to remember you from? Did I rip you off or something back in my drug days? I don't know.
No, absolutely.
Okay,
not.
anyway,
No.
Whoa, Lou, are you
Yeah.
mentally
Anyways.
retarded? He was just on Talcott's channel.
No, I knew you from months ago. Whatever, it's fine. You don't know me, it's fine.
Drugs are cool. Now,
Yes,
my
I
point
am
though-
retarded.
Lou's brain
I
doesn't work.
I am
It's fine,
retarded,
it's
and
fine, it's
I
fine.
enjoy it.
Okay, great.
Me too.
A clean slate. Let's get to the news. Let's see what's happening because I really am genuinely curious. What is going on at this damn correspondence dinner?
Okay.
That is the plan for the stream. Let us watch. Let us learn together. Let's see.
Okay.
What it looks like, Barney, is that no shots were taken at the president, from what I can tell. The mayhem probably even occurred in a separate room.
Bro, what?
I mean, bro, I'm trying to run a successful show here, Joe. I mean, I'm not going
What
to
did I
lie,
say?
but isn't it a bit more compelling for people to watch if it's like, oh, there was gunshots? You know, I'm not saying lie, but you just kind of like ended the story.
Oh,
there.
are
I'm
you
trying to
saying we
figure it
should
out.
misrepresent the facts?
No, I didn't.
Engaged
I
and
For the audience and
Wrong.
ratings.
interesting.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
This
But
channel is a conspiracy theory.
this channel is the last bastion of truth and honesty on the internet. Let's get to it. Let's see what C-SPAN has to say. Let's go. This is a few minutes ago. This is breaking news.
Washington, D.C. that's used every
Let's
year.
fast
for
forward.
this.
Let's see what they
Secret
say.
Service running on tables and
Can we hear this?
Yeah.
and,
Yeah, it's good.
been employees near me, just reassuring me that we're all okay.
Where we were in
Here
the
we go.
tape and be able to look at exactly the sequence of events. Again, Oz Perlman was talking with Mr. and Mrs. Trump at the head table. They were having, some kind of a, whether it was a trick or not that he was doing, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, all hell broke loose. And I think we all saw the Secret Service running across those front tables. And it sounds like the cabinet, the Pete Hegseth, Marco Rubio's, the Sean Duffy's, who are all there as well, have been evacuated. And no activity at this point at the head table, including all the journalists. So hopefully somebody will come out and give us an update of what happened.
Is this live
layers
before,
of security at the
after?
event tonight.
This is a few minutes behind. Just trying to get
Okay,
caught up.
so if this is live, then it's been over with. This is what be occurring after they withdrew the president, not before he arrived. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is after the
Okay,
incident.
all right.
Absolutely. There we go. All right, this is when it allegedly happened. So let's count the seconds. Let's count the response time. Of course, I can't hear any gunshots.
Yeah,
but you can
it's
see when they
hard
look
to-
at it.
Okay.
And let's just see if we're satisfied with
Can
the
I-
response. Yes.
Can
go
I
ahead.
just say also, just pay attention to the camera right now is it's zoomed in on a perfect angle with the president on center frame. And then the minute any sort of chaos happens, they zoom out and away from him.
That's
Well,
insane.
they got to catch the chaos.
Yeah, but they've got the center of attention, which is the president of the United States, and they pull away from him. That's suspicious to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm too
What is that?
conspiratorial.
What does that, Mr. Bass? What does that indicate to you?
I mean, I don't know exactly what it indicates. It just seems odd to me. Why wouldn't that cameraman hold his position in a situation where the president may be under threat?
I can
I
think
don't
of.
get
Looking
that.
for the shooter, and so he's
Yeah.
going out to see if he can get him in the frame.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, hold on. Shout out to Jack. Jack, thanks for pulling up. Okay,
Fuck you,
keep
Jack.
going, guys.
All right. So
Later,
I will
Jack.
say for the next while here, I'm going to be the heel. Okay, I am a fervent Trump supporter. I don't believe in conspiracies for the most part. I think they're stupid. Unemployed people talk, and so that along with UFO. So I don't believe in that shit. And so you point your questions to me, and I'll respond in kind.
Flat Earth, though, right? Flat Earth is real, though, right?
No, it's not.
Ah, damn it.
Do you know what?
Now,
God
this is interesting. This is
Well,
interesting because a
an
lot of
incident-
people in Lalo's generation are even more skeptical than the generation before. So you guys should be telling him that he's right as older men, like he's not seeing things clearly.
He's an outlier. I know
He needs to
lot of-
wake up.
I know a lot of people his age, and they're much more open-eyed than he is, in my opinion.
Okay. So I have a
Or deluded from the other point of view. If
No,
you're
this
deluded.
conspiracy theory thing is like largely for boomers.
Yeah, okay, so I'll give you an example. I know a girl, she's pretty hot, and I met her once at like an event like 2 months ago, and I'll say that she has a similar job to me, but she's like one of these potheads, and she's like, oh my god, that's like so interesting. Oh, really? Oh, shit. Oh, so it's like the Candace Owens audience, to be honest, and my sister's into that too, but they don't really take it serious, and to be completely honest, when it comes to the conspiracy stuff, it's like a fan fiction, because there's not relevant stuff that backs most of them up. You can point out to, 9/11 having to do with the Zionist lobby, and of course the assassination of RFK Sr., I guess. That was also having to do with the Israelis, arguably, and JFK even. So those are pretty much something that I can get along with, kind of. But
So
when it comes
wait.
to this
So
other
what
bullshit,
if-
I don't believe in it.
So what if beforehand someone is saying conspiracy and a guy like you comes up for the JFK shit and the other one that you mentioned and the other ones that I know of, if beforehand the guy that you come in there and say conspiracy theories for boomers, that's nonsense. You're just wrong. It seems like patently now you saying that those are the only conspiracies that I could go with. Now, if you say there's conspiracy, you're wrong. That makes no sense. If it could happen then, it could happen now. It's logically going to happen now. They wouldn't have stopped then if they were doing it. There must be some out there, yeah?
No,
I'm
so
not
if
sure what
you,
the point is.
yeah, me neither, but I'll make something. So when it comes to someone like Alex Jones, right, he's the paragon of conspiracy theories. The majority of the people that know that he even exists in the first place stem from Joe Rogan. Now, the average Joe Rogan viewer is like the most like nincompoop, like Joe Sixpack, midwit, fucking centrist. That's not even supposed to be funny. It's just the truth, right?
Pothead.
Middle America, I get you. Anyway, the point being is that when he came on, like I was like 16, 10 million views. I'm like, oh my God, yeah, Uncle Alex, he's fucking hilarious. He's like a drunk fat guy. And a lot of what he says makes sense, right? Because when you have all these little factoids, they can add up. And if you zone out, if you're drunk or something, it makes sense. But like, there's no common thread. So for example, Alex Jones believes in Bohemian Grove, believes that everybody that makes above a certain amount of money is either a pedophile, a trafficker, and all that, but then supported Trump until like 2 months ago. And so my point being is that you guys probably fit into that mold, which makes me think that it's just a self-serving.
Wait a minute.
There's no evidence
hold
of
on, hold
Bohemian
on.
Grove and all of that shit. No evidence.
Hold on.
That's interesting.
Can I just quickly
believe
say
it.
something? The two people that you're referencing right now, Alex Jones and Joe Rogan, as far as I'm concerned, are what's called controlled opposition. The Bohemian
here we
Grove
go.
thing, the Bohemian, it is what it is. Alex Jones is not what you think he is, and neither is Joe Rogan. They are maintaining a level of truth, and then they bring it to a point
That's
where
not
it
true.
stops.
That's not true. I know people that work for Alex, like as of 6 months
Yeah,
ago, and
well.
he is straight up like he doesn't lie. I know people bring up that he married a Jew, so
okay.
therefore he's not anti-Zionist enough, but he is a genuine guy. I mean, in fact, I know for a fact he was an alcoholic until like a year ago. Okay, so it's not like he could hide this Israeli shit or whatever else. So
Wait a second.
All right. No. We're off track. We're trying to cover breaking news. Lalo has established that for the most part, he is a Trump supporter and he doesn't believe all the conspiracy theories. Great. And we're just going to go ahead with that because I need to figure out what's going on with this alleged shooting or not shooting or whatever happened. And I genuinely just want to watch the news, and it's great. So I'm going to watch it with me. I appreciate everyone being here.
When did this happen, if I can ask?
It happened like 10, 20, 30 minutes ago, but
less than an hour.
Less than an hour.
Wow.
So let's count the response time here. Here we go. I don't hear anything. Oh, actually, hold on. This is 1.25. Let's put it down on 1. Let's go. Oh. All right, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It took like 9 seconds. Are we happy with that? I'm not. We got the SWAT guys right out front. It's about time. Kind of a slow response.
Kinda.
At least I don't see that fat woman
5 minutes
that doesn't
ago.
know how to hold a
Now
gun.
back to the live ballroom.
That's weird.
Let's see what's happening up there. Nope, people are still talking on the phone. Nothing is moved yet. John McCardle, any update for us?
Speed it up here.
Peter, it's literally left waiting right now, trying to figure out what to do. The reporters in the room obviously don't want to leave. It's just kind of the nature of reporters who want to see what happens. It's a lot of checking phones, checking in with family members, people asking if they're okay, people asking if other people have information. But like I said, there's also people popping some of the bottles of wine that hadn't been opened yet. I think people trying to relax after an obviously stressful time just about 45 minutes ago.
John, first of all, have you called Laura? Have you contacted your wife to let her know you're okay? And B,
yes, Peter, thank you.
And how stressful was that for you? I mean, how much stress did you feel? Did you have a fight or flight response?
No, it's what the heck is going on? We were talking about it afterwards. I thought a table got tipped over at first. It wasn't a distinct pop, 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 pop. It was more of a bang, 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 bang. I don't know if that makes sense, but it wasn't what I expected. What a bullet sound would sound like.
It wasn't what he expected.
Through the doors, nothing.
He's saying the sound was different.
Yes, no, but he wasn't what he expected. He was expecting it different. Something
you might
different.
be on the spiritual stuff with that.
Hey, listen, I'm just asking questions. That's all.
Just asking questions.
Which is why everyone's reaction was, I think, a little bit slower. Of like, is that what we thought it was?
Hey, yeah, John, talk to that. Greta told us that this happened in the lobby of the Washington Hilton Hotel, and the ballroom is like 2 levels down, 1 level down.
Yeah, it's about 2 stairwells down. You come into the lobby. You saw where our red carpet coverage was, Peter. That same floor is the lobby area. You go past where the red carpet was. You take a left. You go through magnetometers, dogs. I would assume bomb sniffing dogs, that sort of thing. We had to go through all of that in the lobby, and then you go down 2 levels, and that's the height of this room that you can see to get to where we are, which is why cell service isn't great down here. But if this happens.
So what is he saying?
What's a magnetometer? Is that metal detector?
To search, yeah.
Let's see.
Barney,
Okay,
what
so
are you looking
what-
for
Look at
here?
how
I mean,
close to the ballroom,
like
too.
there was a shooting in the lobby. Like, what are we looking for?
Yeah, you'd be better off just going through Twitter, honestly, at this point, and then look up what the people that are there are saying.
Like, what are you hoping to figure out? There was a shooter in the lobby. Okay, now what?
Mostly, I think he's looking for
Just watching
information.
news. Just watching news.
And dude with the Twitter
You
shit
just
might-
want to watch the
stuff
news
might be a
with
good
people?
idea.
I want to see, was there a shooter?
I'm not drunk
Where-
enough for this.
Where
There
is
was
the
a
shooter?
He's dead.
Well, that's what I'm looking for. Do you have any pertinent clips or what's going on there?
Nah, nigga, what? Are you
Bro,
gonna
if
pay
you want to
Grace?
watch, if you just want to watch the news with people, like get a girlfriend, loser. I'm gone.
Holy fuck, I gotta follow mine. Oh,
That was rude.
Lost another one. All right. Well, it's just us for now. Here we
Until
go.
I curse. Yeah.
They're close. But the line to get to the magnetometers is long,
You're right.
typically.
You're
But
right.
it's chaotic there.
It is. It is.
And, you know, they check your tickets.
Here's Weijia Zhang, CBS News.
It's a room full of reporters. I know you've already seen the president. My apologies, his post on Truth Social. And law enforcement has requested that we leave the premises consistent with protocol. And he wanted to emphasize that nobody was hurt. He and the First Lady, the cabinet, everybody's safe. The president will be having a press briefing at the White House in 30 minutes.
Oh,
That is not a joke.
okay. Let's just find that.
And he insists that we will reschedule this event in the next 30 days. And that he wanted to do it tonight. He wanted to continue despite the news, but has to follow security protocol. I said earlier tonight that journalism is a public service because when there is an emergency, we run to the crisis, not away from it. And on a night when we are thinking about the freedoms in the First Amendment, we must also think about how fragile they are. I saw all of you reporting, and that's what we do. So
Yeah, man, it's
thank God
crazy.
everybody is safe. And thank you for coming together tonight. We will do this again. Thank you.
Secret Service shot somebody so Trump didn't get embarrassed by
Well,
all
with that
those
said, it
news
looks like
people.
we'll be hearing from the president in about 30 minutes. And in that meantime, we do want to hear from our viewers as well. We're going to put the numbers up on the
All
screen.
right. Well,
202 is the
that's
area code.
done. Let's see what's up with the White House. Let's see if we can get his speech. Nothing going on right here. Oh, here we go.
COVID and there wasn't a dinner. And it's just something that he has always skipped for one reason or another. And he obviously has a very
We know why.
many people that question whether or not journalists should be in that room tonight, given how confrontational the president has been with the press, the fact that he's called the free press the enemy of the people, and whether or not it was appropriate for those of us to be in that room. So the fact that this
He was going to get trolled.
wake up.
What's up?
He was going to get trolled. He's been avoiding every press correspondence dinner because he's been calling them the devil and the short mustache man and all this crazy stuff, attacking them. So he's been scared to go into a room with them. This was the first time when it was about to happen, and they get to troll him, which they would have did. And he had his Secret Service pop somebody in the leg so he can get out of there because he's having second thoughts.
So now you're claiming conspiracy to get him out of it.
Yeah, well, why not? It's conspiracy night, right?
I mean,
Bro,
I
how,
guess,
do you know anything about Shakespeare? How's that thing go? Life is but a theater, or no?
Every actor takes
yeah.
his turn to strut on stage.
Yeah, we're just petty players in this fucking. I don't remember how it goes. I'm Italian. I can't read, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right? This is all theater, in my opinion. It really is. I mean, all of it. All of it. It's fucking mind control slop for the brainwashed, deaf, dumb, and blind masses, and they eat it up.
it's too bad that Lalo got bored, I guess, because maybe this is real. I mean, we don't even know who allegedly did whatever it is they did. I'm not even sure what was done.
There's always reality mixed in with theater, always.
I don't know that it. Go ahead.
Yes, people died in, like, let's say 9/11. Sure, thousands of people died, But that doesn't make the fact that it was all an orchestrated theater that can be provably the narrative can be proven false easily. There's
Well,
over
not so far.
there's 3,000 to 5,000 architects and engineers that have put their
It's
name
about 9/11.
about 9/11, yes, that have put their name and their reputations on the fact that it's impossible to have happened the way it did. And they're builders of buildings, right? But anyways, it's just the whole thing. You have to see it as some sort of theater mixed in with actual blood.
Do you even do Twitter, Barney? I would love to see the up-to-date shit.
Yeah,
Opinions. Somebody who's there had to tweet and say they saw something.
This is it right here. I
Right?
found it here. I'm working on it right now.
I don't do Twitter, but somebody got to be on there running their mouth besides Trump.
I got it right here.
I assume everybody in there got Twitter. Everybody talking about, what happened.
Laura Loomer, protester who attempted to ram President Trump's vehicle motorcade while the shooting took place tonight at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, was wearing a keffiyeh. If this was a Muslim-inspired shooting by a Palestinian or Iranian, people must be made to pay severely. This is from Laura Loomer, so we know who she cares about. Let's go.
And
You mean
she's
Larry-
also
you mean Larry Loomer?
What?
You mean Larry Loomer? Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Something just changed though. Right now they're putting the incident outside as opposed to in the lobby. Did that just occur? Or what I just heard?
Well, this looks like a cell phone video from outside, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah, so some woman with a Muslim handkerchief on comes running in and they're going to blame it on all Muslims now. Like, come on, man.
This looks like nothing. Yeah, this is
this just don't look like any shooting or anything going on out there.
No, that's Laura Loomer. She's just got her own axe to grind there.
Yeah,
She did say
Larry's got some problems.
somebody tried to
I mean,
ram
Laura.
a car.
Let's see here. Here's new footage. All right, hold on. Let me share this. All right. Yeah, the same footage, different angle. Same footage, different angle.
I noticed these guys are not looking in any particular direction. The threat is not even visible. They're looking all over the room.
And notice how they I mean, this could be some real shooting, but notice how they completely cover the president. And no hair on his head is visible.
Well, yeah, they let him sit there for a long time.
Well,
That
until
occurred.
they realize, it took a second to realize what was going on. But the minute they realized there was an issue, they completely covered him.
I'm
threw him
not
to the
sure.
ground.
Barney counted a long time, and I
Yeah,
say his
7
time
seconds.
count was even short. I got up to 9.
7 seconds, I believe it was. But listen, 7 seconds in an active situation, yeah, could be a long time. But if it's in the other fucking room where you don't know what's happening, it's not very long at all.
So what are you trying to say though, Lubass?
No, I was just saying that yes, it takes a second to realize what's happening, but the minute they did realize what's happening, they completely covered the president, like not like the ear thing where they completely exposed the president. Right? There's a difference there.
I don't know. They gave him his 10 seconds of to take pictures. Then they put guards in front of him. Sounds just like the last one.
So the ear thing was fake, but this is real. That's what you're saying, Lubass?
No,
What are you saying?
no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's a different reaction. Yes, it took a little bit long to react, but that's on an active situation that nobody's sure what's going on, right?
The
It could
first
be
thing
real,
I
it could
thought,
be
I
fake, I don't
watched too
know.
many movies. The first thing, that's why they keep the regular clothes agents next to him. The first thing they do is cover him and put themselves in the way. That's the only movie I've ever seen. That didn't even occur here. It took, I don't know how long for the squad people to come up there.
I mean, they only have one job. They only have basically one job.
Stand in front of the president, right?
Jump in the way of the bullets.
Right.
And put him in a car.
How long it takes somebody to jump in front of the president? You hear a riff raff, a fight, somebody threw a shoe like a President Bush. How long does it take to walk over there and stand in front of him? That just didn't occur. They watched for a long time.
All right,
behind him.
This is video of them arresting this person. Let's go.
Okay.
Allegedly.
So the shooting happened in a completely different room.
Looked like it was damn outside.
This is what we're trying to learn, Lou Bass. I don't know.
Okay,
I'm like,
sorry.
this is the first. I'm seeing this for the first time now. I'm looking for the best clips.
All right.
Is that a body?
I'm trying to see with the white there.
Got it.
I'm zoomed in. It's so blurry I can't tell what it is.
I don't know what it is either.
But I assume, can I assume that the camera?
It's a body. It's a body.
This looks like a shirt. This looks like a shirtless white dude, or at least
it does. Yeah. Oh, he's cuffed behind the back too. Yeah.
He's moving.
Yeah.
Is he cuffed?
Yeah, he's moving.
Yeah,
He's
both
cuffed,
his hands
but
are
he's
behind
moving.
his back.
Oh, okay. So he's laying on his abdomen, prone.
Yeah.
He's cuffed. Doesn't have a shirt.
Laying on
And
his
they
face.
covered his bottom, so he may have been completely naked.
Naked. That's right. His bottom is covered and the top is not. And it's like a tablecloth. It could just cover his lower half.
So some nut job came in and who knows? Maybe he just fired firecrackers.
Yeah, that's not a horrible. Maybe he didn't fire nothing. He's naked.
Maybe
he
he
has
didn't-
nothing,
yeah.
and they took him down because he was like, "Fuck Donald Trump!" Bang, bang, bang.
Right. That's a possibility too.
Maybe they ripped his clothes off to make sure there's no bombs. Like maybe is that like
Yeah, possibly. I guess
remember the underwear bomber?
the shoe bomber, the
Shoe
underwear
bomber,
bomber.
the underwear bomber.
Yeah, I mean, literally, there was a shoe bomber. Don't you think that we should license and insure shoes? Because somebody could have a bomb in their shoes, man.
Someone could die. What about the
We
kids?
need to get licenses for them shoes.
For them shoes, they work on
Insurance.
everything else.
Insurance, registration. There should be safety protocols,
Permits, training.
permits, training, and underwear too. Come on.
Yeah, we can't have people walking around with underwear. It's too dangerous.
There could be a bomb in them.
For officer safety, you got to strip when you go past them.
Well,
It's just
what
so
else
far,
we
it's
got
just
going?
some crazy dude so far.
Well, we don't know what
Possibly.
it is. We don't know what it is.
Well, I don't
I mean,
mind jumping to
what's crazy?
conclusions. Clearly, he's crazy because he's naked. I'm giving the chance that they stripped him to that degree, a low probability. So I ain't thinking crazy dude screaming. If I'm correct, he had no clothes, probably had no weapon. I'm thinking crazy dude screaming, and he didn't get far. Didn't even barely get through the door, if he did at all.
No, he didn't even get close to the ballroom. So looks like he's like at the entrance of the front door. So
I'm expecting
that could
somebody to be like,
explain-
some dude was out there screaming. I'm expecting to see that in one of these tweets tonight.
that could explain the 7 to 9 second delay in them covering the president.
Yeah, they just heard a bunch of rambling. They probably
They
didn't even
heard-
hear the
yeah.
shots. That's why the shots sounded so different to him. They were damn near out on the street.
But he did choose an interesting selection of words, though. He says, "That's not what I expected."
That's flat earther stuff, bro. I mean,
Well,
really.
listen, I'm not a flat earther and I'm not a round earther.
The odds are,
I've never seen the Earth from outer space, so
Yeah,
I
we
can't
don't do
prove it either way.
but odds are that the guy hasn't been around gunshots, and if he heard a shooting, he
Yeah, that's
expected
not
it to
what
be
he
loud.
expected. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Expected it to be
more
loud.
the guy who's like, yeah, it means that he was in on a meeting. That guy's reaching like flat earthers do.
yeah, I might be reaching a little bit. I'm cool with that.
You guys remember this one? Let's watch this.
I do.
Yeah, I remember this quite well.
This guy jumped in front of the bullet, not like the other guys
Look at
today.
that. Look at that.
All right.
Response time, half a second, bro.
Right.
But the difference is they actually hear gunshots within literally feet of them. So that's an instant reaction. Everybody hits the floor.
Ronald Reagan was 2 months into his presidency when John.
How did they have this guy like right next to him? And let's not forget, Brady was the Brady bill. It was in D.C. I think that's the waiting period to buy a pistol. Got shot in the head.
The protocol was quite different than going outside like that, walking to the car was a thing. It was kind of like they do with rock stars and Britney Spears. They used to let people line up. That's no
they don't
longer
do
a thing.
that no more.
Yeah.
You imagine Trump walking down the street in fucking LA or something? He'd be made like a fucking so many holes.
Or even the
They would recognize
convertible.
him.
All of them used to ride on the convertible and wave. That's no longer a thing either.
Threw a $29 handgun.
Yeah, they're in
outside the
armored
Washington
vehicles
Hilton
behind walls that are literally covered with agents. It's like they don't show themselves to this public. Are you kidding?
Check out this guy, famous clip, pulls out a Uzi, which is
outside
like,
the Washington Hilton Hotel.
there it is, right?
Yeah, they
March
have
30th,
those in their
1981.
jackets already.
He wounded the president, Brady, a Secret Service agent, and a Washington police officer. Reagan and his guards fully recovered, but the .22 caliber bullet exploded into Brady's forehead and left him partially paralyzed. He spent the rest.
Yeah,
I'm starting to think people are right.
A lot of Secret Service, they have those type of weapons under their jacket, and then they have a fake hand where they're walking, and it looks like their hands are out, but they've got their hand
That's
inside
the
their
thing.
jacket
I
on a
wouldn't say a
weapon.
lot, but it is a thing to fake.
Oh yeah, it's a thing for sure.
Yeah.
But it's just to see like that old original Uzi is.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Oh, it's so 80s, and just never see that again. It's kind of a
And so Israeli too.
It looked like a Mac or something. I didn't really look at it.
No, it's made in Israel. They created
That's
it.
right.
Invented it.
They created it for covert. Well, forget it. You don't want to get demonetized.
Yeah, that's not. Well, I
Look at
need
poor
to get
Michael.
demonetized
Again. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Poor Michael, eh? I think
What
he
is
got fucking railroaded. This guy,
Who?
It was aliens.
Michael. Yeah, I don't believe any of the shit they said about him. I think he was probably trying to expose the shit that he realized people were doing.
This building is the Washington Hilton Hotel. You'll soon be arriving here as the guest of honor at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. But the fact is, you, the President of the United States, are right now engaged in a massive cover-up of Jeffrey Epstein.
This is
See
awesome.
why? See why he didn't want to go, Barney? See why he shot the crazy dude in the leg? They was looking for any reason to get out of there.
This is awesome. Whoever did this.
Epstein's crimes. To date, your administration has only released about half the Epstein files. Of those that have been published,
They
hundreds
say
of pages have
30-year-old
been-
male in custody. Apparently, he didn't die. Trump speaks after shots fired. 30-year-old male in custody.
All right, let's get to it. Let me find it.
But they say soon. They say soon. Trump speaks after shots fired. 30-year-old male in custody. That's what I'm saying. That
Who did this thing on the building? Does anybody know who did that?
some brilliant fucking young motherfucker. I guarantee you. Who was nothing like the cat who was up here talking about Trump is my dad, and if I could, suck him off, I'd wait in line to do so.
Yeah, that kid Lalo is in a state of trauma, and I don't know what the hell's going on with him. There's something wrong with that kid.
Yeah, I'd be looking for cats like that to jump on. Our Barney had just set the standards here, but I would love to jump on that dude about how the fuck you still behind Trump after all this shit.
I suspect there might be some monkey business going on with his dad.
Oh, damn, you know him well.
I don't know. It just sounds weird, that kid.
Well, don't talk too much about him unless he's here. Too bad.
Yeah, not negatively for real.
I guess he didn't
No,
like
no, I
programming, but
I don't have anything against him. I just think that he has some trauma of some sort that he needs to work through because it's always a theater act with him for some reason.
I'd rather just argue his opinions on Trump. He's probably wrong.
But what do you think would be different if Kamala was president?
There would be slow death by 1,000 cuts as opposed to this quick pace thing that we're seeing now. But that's just what Democrats do. They bleed you slowly, and but it's the same slow death.
Joe, you really think they're opposition to each other?
No, I just
Democrats
said
and the
they're the same.
Republicans?
I just said they're the same.
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on. Let's watch this. Let's watch
Yeah,
this.
go
Let's
ahead.
watch
Go
this.
ahead.
What's this Hilton have?
Including, in some cases, your own name. Where you have been named, the files are damning. In one email from 2011, Epstein wrote to his accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, expressing surprise that you hadn't yet been publicly accused of complicity in his activities. Epstein emailed Maxwell saying, "I want you to realize that the dog that hasn't barked is Trump." Maxwell replied saying, "I've been thinking about that." In an email from Epstein to author Michael Wolff, Epstein said of you, President Trump, quote, "Of course he knew about the girls. You recently admitted on Air Force One that you were aware young women were being recruited from Mar-a-Lago by Epstein. When you were asked whether one of them was the well-known Epstein victim, Virginia Roberts Giuffre, you replied,
I think she worked at the spa. I think so. I think that was one of
That's
the
why they recruited all them
He
chicks.
stole her.
2 years after Virginia was recruited from your club, you told New York Magazine that you thought Epstein was a terrific guy. You said, quote, "He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do. And many of them are on the younger side." One release file shows you flew on Epstein's private jet, dubbed the Lolita Express, at least 8 times. Then
He said he'd
you lied
never
about
been
it,
on there.
like you've lied about so many aspects of your relationship with Epstein. The fact is, Mr. President, you knew. Release the files, end the cover-up, now.
You know, the sad part is there's a lot of people like Lalo, and Trump is right. He can go on to freaking Broadway Avenue in the middle of the day, shoot somebody, and they'd still support him.
I think you're right. Man.
Yeah,
He supports them.
Yeah, they're brainwashed.
Doesn't necessarily affect. It's good to get someone like that on the channel, honestly.
I agree. I would have liked to go back and forth with him.
I wish he didn't leave, but I don't see Trump being any worse than Kamala. I think we still would have attacked Iran.
You think?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
As far as this Epstein thing goes, I don't think Trump's out here with underage women.
You haven't read it. Clearly, you ain't read none of it.
No, I don't think he is. Like, do I think that he knows that this Epstein guy was supplying women? Of course. I mean, look how he got his wife. His wife was like probably supplied in a similar manner. Like, here's a bunch of girls. They're interested in rich guys. And you can call it whatever you want to call it, but he's a marriage-minded guy.
He cheated on every wife he ever had.
Sure.
Yeah, but that's what powerful people do.
I would just say he's not really marriage-minded if you just cheating on it with everybody. What you give a fuck about marriage?
Well, some people get married and they have a mistress. I'm not saying that's what's right, but that's true. Like they want their cake and they want to eat it too.
Maybe that's still marriage-minded. I thought marriage-minded meant, some morals going down that road.
People like Trump don't give a fuck about marriage. They have a wife just to keep up appearances. That's it.
That's what I would have thought, right?
Come
He don't give a
on
fuck
now.
them. They don't like him. His wife won't even hold his hand. Ain't held his hand in 6 years or something. She don't even,
come on.
It's just for appearances. I'm with dude. And he gets
All
his
it
thrills
is.
in other ways, man. Read the files. It's crazy.
Theater.
Marriages fall apart. People get divorced, but that doesn't mean that at some point they didn't have a good marriage. Or it's nice coming home to the same woman. She knows how you like your coffee. She knows how to scratch your back. I mean, come on. It's just some guys and some women. Let's not pretend that women aren't out here doing dudes dirty all the time too. They want to get married, but they want to go on girls' trips and they still want to come home to their husband or what have you. But I think I'm really getting off track there.
Who did you vote for, Barney?
He's a Trump fan.
I voted for Trump. I'm embarrassed. It's embarrassing.
So you actually believe that that your vote actually will change world events?
Looks like it did.
Do you believe it?
I have not achieved the desired outcome that I had hoped for with Trump.
Look, I mean, anybody that can't look at history and look at the fact that when they're in the election cycle, they promise everything and anything, and then the minute they're elected, they change everything, from top to bottom.
You got
Nothing
to get
is
in there and release them
like, and
files.
that's
Then as soon as he get
history.
in, there are
Yeah,
no
we still
files. That
talking
was
about
Obama
Epstein?
and Biden, who it's a hoax by the
Yeah,
Democrats. He
it's a
promised
Democrat
we're
hoax.
going to stay at home. I can't believe those Democrats want to go to war with Iran. We're going to
I'm
beat the
gonna
people who
arrest.
stay at home.
I'm gonna arrest Hillary. Oh, Hillary is one of my best friends. I like Bill Clinton and Hillary.
I
Like,
like
come
Clinton
on,
now.
man.
Yeah,
Like,
suddenly
look
when
at all of them. They're all the same, bro. They're the same demons, every one of them. They're WWE. They get up on stage, they pretend to fight, then they go backstage, count the money, and laugh at the suckers that believe that they were fighting.
I think that he helped Clinton. I think he had Clinton do the testify a few weeks ago, right? The day of or the day before he bombed Iran. And then when they asked him before he bombed them, they asked, what do you think about Clinton? I think he's a great guy. He shouldn't have to go through that. And then he immediately bombs Iran, starts the war, and no one talks about the files anymore. It looks like he helped him a ton.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing to me how mind-controlled people really are. Like,
So
these people really are mind-controlled agents.
What should I do? Should I let Kamala
You
Harris
should
get up?
open-
Excuse me.
no,
Hold on.
you
Should I let?
you
Excuse
should-
me. Let me
Yeah,
talk.
he's the
Talk.
host
Talk.
too. Look.
Should I let Kamala Harris get up there and talk about my people, talk about Black Girl Magic? She's out here having sex with Willie Brown, who's 60 and married, while she's 30, sleeping her way all around the world. It's just gross.
None of that shit compares to what Trump's done yet. You got to give me something better. Trump is the evil as fuck, killing everybody. The Palestine, they swindled everybody, took some dude's leader, took over country, killed everybody, bombed everybody, gave Israel money, blah blah blah. And that's before we can get to the Epstein files and.
But you don't think that Kamala would have fallen for the same thing and done what they wanted?
Zero chance that her square ass would have been caught doing half the shit that he did. Now, the bomb in Iran, perhaps no Democrat, I think, and I could be wrong with this because it is a show, like Lou says, no Democrat would have went out like that on a limb with the Israelis. They've been trying forever to get a president dumb enough to do it. It would have been a Republican who went first. It would never have been a Democrat, in my opinion, who bid first. That's their little stick.
You asked Barney, what should I do? Let Kamala come in there and blah 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 blah. You're assuming that there is an election and not a selection. You're assuming that Donald Trump wasn't selected to play this role 30, 40 years ago. You're making that assumption. I know that sounds crazy, but if you look back at the history of Donald Trump, you will see that this was a plan for a very long time. Right. That's why they gave him a break in between, and they gave him somebody as completely retarded as Joe Biden that couldn't speak anymore, practically. Right. Because he had to be the 45th and the 47th. There's prophecy attached to that. Right. It's all a playbook.
Bro, you're too much.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
You're too crazy.
I get it. You want to look up something real quick?
Probably
not.
Probably
Okay, don't look it up if you don't want to. But look, if you ever want to take the time and look at it and read it, look up oh man, now it's on my. I have to find it on my phone because I don't remember it by heart.
Probably
It's
not going to look
Exodus.
it up.
Exodus 20. Oh my God, I can't even get it on my phone now. Exodus 26. Where is it? Damn it.
I don't believe in all that stuff, man.
No, you don't, but they do. That's the problem.
What was the name of Epstein's bank account, Barney? Do you know?
Is this a joke?
No, he put a name of it, and everybody known it was in the files. It's out now. What was the
That's
name
right.
of his bank account? I'm just trying to point to Lewis correct. The name of it was Baal, the
That's
devil
right.
that everybody that they all worship. That was the name of his
And-
bank
and
account.
that's
So
why-
they do believe it.
And that's why Donald Trump said, when this is over, we're going to build the greatest ballroom. Where did this ballroom name come from?
See, every
that
time
we
I pull
use?
a man, you jump the shark, Lou. Every time
Well,
I
bro,
try
it
to
is
give
what it
him
is.
something wise, you jump the shark.
It is what it is.
This is where I need. If Lalo was here, he could set you straight. This is where I need him. There's an imbalance in the force. What's up, Annabelle? You gonna come up, Annabelle? There's no balance in the force. You got too crazy conspiracy, whatever. Like, listen, I know that they have these red cows. I know they found these red cows, and I know that these people are doing some weird stuff, bro.
Yes.
I'm aware of this. I'm aware of it, but like, it's Trump is in the Bible, and there's some. Oh, he's speaking. Hold on. Here we go. Let's get to it. Let's see what Trump has to say. He's got his bow tie on and everything. Let's get to it. Let's rewind it right to the spot. Okay. Here we go. Turn it
I'm
up.
not sure if it was who was sitting at incident time. As soon as you turn, a local firefighter who lost his life in that assassination attempt. And then we also saw Charlie Kirk and what happened with him, killed in front of a college.
And there are still a lot of unanswered questions about what exactly did happen. I can't
talk to you about sort of the bit of chaos and why it was such a
law enforcement.
All right, here we go.
Change just as this dinner was getting underway. It was tightly packed in that room, and it was a dramatic shift. And right now, we're waiting to hear the president's first public comments on camera since this event unfolded just a short time ago.
And we'll hear his perspective, Gabe, which we haven't heard yet. He's posted on Truth Social, but from the videos that we've seen from the
He gonna be like, I didn't see shit that occurred outside. Fuck is y'all asking me for? But I'm a hero. I didn't flinch. I ate my salad and soup.
I mean, you got to look at this picture. This is pretty heroic.
Oh wow, they got him down on his face. The guy who they captured, they got a camera view.
You know, the pool of cameras that were capturing this event. The president looked right at those front doors when they burst open. That's when we all looked towards the front doors, the entrance to that ballroom. And when Secret Service came rushing in,
that's what
Ryan,
it was.
I do want to talk to you about sort of the bit of chaos and why it was such a terrifying scene for the people inside the ballroom, because there were so many people, hundreds of people in there, right? And the Secret Service was jumping table to table. The president is coming in right now with the first lady. Let's listen in.
There's his wife.
There's
Melania. Y'all talking shit. Stand by your man. There she is.
very unexpected, but incredibly acted upon by Secret Service and law enforcement. And this was an event dedicated to freedom of speech that was supposed to bring together members of both parties with members of the press. And in a certain way it did, because the fact that they just unified, I saw a room that was just totally unified. It was in one way, very beautiful, a very beautiful thing to see. A man charged a security checkpoint armed with multiple weapons.
Okay.
And he was taken down by some very brave members of Secret Service, and they acted very quickly and have just released, for purposes of transparency, clarity, I've ordered it to be put out. You probably have it by now, put out on Truth and put out on many of the platforms. A tape showing the violence of this thug that attacked our Constitution, and also showing how quickly Secret Service and law enforcement acted on our country's behalf. Really did a great job. One officer was shot, but saved by the fact that he was wearing obviously a very good bulletproof vest. He was shot from very close distance with a very powerful gun, and the vest did the job. I just spoke to the officer, and he's doing great. He's in great shape. He is has very high spirits, and we told him we love him and respect him, and he's a very proud guy. He's very proud of what he does, Secret Service agent. And we looked at all of the conditions that took place tonight, and I will say, you know, it's not a particularly secure building, and I didn't want to say this, but this is why we have to have all of the attributes of what we're planning at the White House. It's actually a larger room, and it's much more secure. It's got It's drone proof. It's bulletproof glass. We need the ballroom. That's why Secret Service. That's why the military are demanding it. They've wanted the ballroom for 150 years for
Oh my God.
lots of
this
different
dude.
reasons. But today's a little bit different because today we need levels of security that probably nobody's ever seen before.
Comical.
Everyone owes a tremendous debt of gratitude.
I mean, it's right because drones can do whatever they want nowadays. He's right. The whole game has changed.
You know what? Thank God, actually, that it wasn't. If this was Kamala Harris and this exact thing happened, you would hear stuff like, "I like take the guns first, due process second," right? And she would go right after the guns, right? Oh wait, sorry, I apologize. That was Trump that said that.
What are you saying? Trump's taking away guns? When did that happen? I don't know. What are you talking about?
Okay, just look up. I like take the guns first, due process second. Just look that up.
I'll look
when
it
you
up.
have time. When you have time.
The courage of law enforcement, the law enforcement, and working with the DC police, and we just spoke with the mayor. And when we're finished, the police chief is going to take over and discuss it also from their viewpoint. But they also performed exactly as they were supposed to. And you see the attacker in different positions, but you also see the attacker totally subdued and under control. So as you know, this is not the first time in the past couple of years that our republic has been attacked by a would-be assassin who sought to kill.
Uh-oh.
And Butler.
Uh-oh.
There it is. That's the picture I was looking for. Yeah, that's it.
What's
That's the picture we saw. That's the front view though, right? Somebody put a camera down right in his face and took a picture of it.
So hold on, you're telling me this naked guy shows up in it? Well, we don't know if he was naked, but he's
Well, we
naked.
don't think he was naked no more. He had guns.
Okay,
Now,
okay, but
fucking
hold on.
Barney theory
So
sounds
this
brilliant.
guy, hold on. There's police all up in these entrances, right? They're stacked up with cops, all with guns, right? And this guy walks in, shoots one, right? And he's still alive.
Very good. Makes no sense.
He's still alive.
And we got to
Like they
remember
wouldn't
this.
pump
If
him
we
full
think
of
about
5,000 bullets.
remember the Pretty stuff when the guy shot Pretty, Trump and Steve, somebody, all his people came out and said that a guy a crazed dude, a paid crazed they named him something, tried to take out a lot of ICE agents, and the brave agents saved a lot of lives by taking him down. That's how they saw the Pretty. So it's not that beyond them to come out and say something crazy as hell.
And Joe, look at the picture. Doesn't he look a little brown?
Yes,
maybe Iranian, possibly.
Hair's kind of curly too. He's got like that Freddie Mercury mustache.
Yeah, he looks a little Iranian to me.
He does not look Iranian. He doesn't.
He does look a little Iranian to me. with that
It
picture.
does look kind of dark. Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I thinking?
Yeah, dance, monkey, dance. That's what Trump is saying. Dance, monkey, dance.
Bro,
that's
I'm trying to get remonetized.
We're all the monkeys, bro. Don't you get it?
He's talking about
I get
all
it, but
that.
it
Still,
lands
the
a certain
algorithm
way.
is
You know,
gonna
okay,
take
how about this? Dance, slave, dance.
Better.
Nah, how about
You got to give him some room. I know you feel burned, Barney, but you got to give him some room. You're going to have to learn that. I know you're burned and you want to curb, but you get an example of that. You curb too much, everybody's going to cut out. You got to, some little like slave, you got to give him a little room, I think.
Come on, man.
What do you want to call them? The I don't know, the NPCs, dance NPCs, dance.
There you go. I guess that's
all right, because most of these people are deaf, dumb, and blind. They literally cannot see what's in front of them. That's why.
Okay. So you think this is a false flag? That's what you're saying.
I don't know right now. I'm just making observations, and eventually, all the observations will stack up to a more credible position.
Let me ask Barney
have
something.
one yet.
Barney, any chance that some guy is gonna have a gun and run from the outside of the building the president's in on the
Right.
second or third floor, by the way, and make it all the way in there. You think that he thought that was a sound plan?
Come on, man.
Anyone thought that was a sound plan?
That guy would have been gunned down 100 freaking yards from the building, let alone inside the lobby. He'd have been gunned down.
It is bizarre that a man got some shots off, surrounded by dudes with guns, and survived.
And doesn't have a hole in him.
That too, yeah.
It's very strange.
And it's a really dumb plan, right? I can see if you catch them coming in and out like the Reagan guy, but to think that you're going to break into, say, the White House or the Pentagon or something merely because he's in that building and you know it's locked down to the Secret Service, this is so illogical. I already have to make assumptions about the guy who made that as his game plan.
Well, hold on. Maybe he tried to sneak in.
Maybe.
Got him and they were like,
very
whoa,
good. Very
it
good.
looked like he had a gun. And
Girl, it would help
tried
us
to
if
grab
we
it.
saw what he was wearing. It would help us. Yes, very good. Then that makes me think the White House are liars again because they make it sound like he just had 8 guns when he was like a guy with all these guns.
Come on. I don't know, man.
A couple pistols. It makes sense.
It's feasible. I wouldn't say it makes sense yet, but it's feasible.
All right, let's listen.
Listen, hold on. Before you go to it, let me just say this. They mock us with stuff like this. This is a mockery of people that can see. Because
I wish Lala was here. I wish Lala was here.
The picture with Trump's ear, put up that picture. That is a mockery of reality. It's a mockery. And this probably is too, but I'm not sure yet. Go ahead.
So this is to get more money for anti-drone technology?
Who knows? Who knows, right? Who knows?
It's to get the people to cheer that Israel to take over the country.
Yeah.
And so that Jesus will come back. I think that's what's supposed to happen after they sacrifice the red heifer, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it's just all of it's a mockery, bro.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. Let's see what they say. This guy's race, certainly interesting, ambiguous, big mustache, curly hair.
The internet moves fast. Since that picture's been up, I guarantee you, we got all sorts of info in the last 10
Pennsylvania,
minutes.
less than 2 years ago.
Know who he is.
All right,
Probably.
let's figure it out here.
All know that story. And in Palm Beach, Florida, a few months after that, we came close. We really had, again, we had some great work done by law enforcement. But in light of this evening's events, I asked that all Americans recommit with their hearts in resolving our difference peacefully. We have to resolve our differences. I will say, you had Republicans, Democrats, independents, conservatives, liberals, and progressives. Those words are interchangeable, perhaps, but maybe they're not. But yet, everybody in the room,
so
big
fucking.
crowd,
Excuse me. He's
record-setting
so
crowd. There
weird.
was a record-setting.
They all came out for me.
I mean, even listening to him is just kind of stupid. It's like,
Oh my God.
I don't know why I'm seduced into listening to him. It's like, it's just nothing but lies, and he doesn't even know what he's saying.
And there was a tremendous amount of love and coming together. I watched, and I was very, very impressed by that. But First Lady and I were taken very well care of, very quickly rushed off the stage. Vice President J.D. Vance, who's here, was likewise beautifully done. He was just saying how quickly everybody acted, law enforcement, Secret Service in particular in this case, but law enforcement. Marco had the same thing. Pete was there. Pete didn't want any help. He didn't want anybody to help him.
Oh, shut
He doesn't want anybody to help him, but he did get some, didn't you? And I think you.
Okay, hold on. This means something because we have to keep in mind. Rubio wants to be president. Hegseth wants to be president. JD Vance wants to be president, and that's who they're trying to push on us is JD Vance.
Right.
So it's like these three guys are all basically
heroes.
No, they're the sons of Trump, all vying for his blessing to who gets the
Right.
inheritance.
Okay, so looking through that lens, then yes, it is relevant. What type of praise did he give each one? How did he
He
speak
gave
of
Headsec the heroic praise.
it? Okay.
Just let's listen to it.
But in light of this evening's events, I ask that all Americans recommit with their hearts in resolving our difference peacefully. We have to resolve our differences. I will say, you had Republicans, Democrats, independents, conservatives, liberals, and progressives. Those words are interchangeable, perhaps, but maybe they're not. But yet everybody in that room, big crowd, record-setting crowd. There was a record-setting group of people. And there was a tremendous amount of love and coming together.
It was all to see him get trolled.
And I was very, very impressed by that. But First Lady and I were taken very well care of, very quickly rushed off the stage. Vice President J.D. Vance, who's here, was likewise beautifully done. He was just saying how quickly everybody acted, law enforcement, Secret Service in particular in this case, but law enforcement. Marco had the same thing. Pete was there. Pete didn't want any help. He didn't want anybody to help.
Big praise for Pete.
Yeah, Pete, he's a hero. He doesn't need any help.
Yes, Rubio got just rushed over. Him too. He got like 3 words, Rubio. And yeah, Pete was like.
There's only 2 options, in my opinion. That whoever the president is going to be after him has already been selected, and the other option is that Trump might be the last president. There's a lot of theorists around that idea.
Bro, who's got the background noise?
I don't think I do.
I don't know. Do I? Something happened with my mic.
It's you, Lou Bass. Unless I got
okay. Let me see if I can. How is it now? Still fucked up?
I still hear it, unless it's me. Is it me?
I haven't changed anything. I don't hear anything. You hear anything, Joe?
I don't hear anything.
All right, hold on. Let me check on my windows. Anything's possible.
One of these clips.
Oh, it was me. Back? It was me. Oops. All right.
Buddy to help him, but he did get some, didn't you? And I think you also said that it was very impressive. So with that, I'd like to ask Todd Blanche to come up, say a few words, and tell you it's already underway. The man has been captured. They're going to his apartment. I guess he lives in California, and he's a sick person, a very sick person. And we don't want things like this to happen. I think it's very important that I say, though, and I told the representatives of the evening, they did such a beautiful job. It was such a beautiful evening. And again, they're talking about free speech in our Constitution. That's what it's all about, not just White House correspondents.
What does that mean that he's so willing to quickly say the guy was sick? He's giving him an out. He didn't have to. You'd use that as a tool. Why would he say he was sick?
Well, because he's from California. He doesn't like Gavin Newsom. So this is
obviously
like
it could be slamming
obviously a Democrat.
Yeah, very good. Could be slamming Democrats. From California, sick guy from California. He's petty. It could be just be that. It seemed like he'd use it for more.
I suspect they might.
Isn't he going to open the Isn't he going to open the mental health hospitals again? There was talk about that.
Huh? Well, there you go.
He should open them, state-run hospitals, and you should just round up all these crazy homeless people and just lock them up. I mean, that's the way it used to be, because they're hurting themselves, they're hurting other people, and they're crazy. They can't take care of themselves.
They would never do that.
The problem is, no, they would, and they will, especially.
They used to. They used to.
Yeah, it was a real thing.
Way too much money off of these homeless people. Way too much.
No, when they put them in, you can charge more money when you're medicating them and shit. You can build buildings for them and institutions and hire people to take care of them. You get money there too. But what they keep getting in trouble for, which will occur again, is the misuse and abuse. There's no way around it. Everyone won't be a clear-cut case. Those borderline people will get you in trouble, and you will end up doing shit to think people who don't deserve it.
Yes, there was a history where people not with mental disorders, but actual physical.
Yeah.
You want to help
locked up.
the homeless population and the drug war. There's a start.
Look, homeless people are sick and they need to be locked up, and they need.
Oh.
No, they are. They are.
That's
what
crazy.
they are. You think homeless people are just like? Oh,
There's so many
homeless.
homeless people out there that are just perfectly normal people that have
No,
just
they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not.
Oh, yes, they are.
No, absolutely not. They're mostly drug
There
addicts.
are crazy ones. There
They're
are
mostly
drug addicts.
what'd you say? Yes, and drug addicts. I would agree. They're all on drugs, but shit,
Yeah.
all America's on drugs. Homeless and non-homeless is on drugs. So that alone can't be the metric to lock them up.
No, homeless. Just homeless people are sick.
That's what I'm saying. You can't just lock up everyone that's
No, you
homeless.
can, and you should, because they're mentally ill. Because they're mentally ill. Because
In what fashion, yo?
Because they can't meet their basic needs.
I would disagree because I feed people. Oh, I ain't doing it probably a year now. I don't know. But I feed homeless motherfuckers, and I go in the tents and shit like that with them sometime. I say these people are complete. I talk to them all the time. Matter of fact, I don't even hand out and feed no more. I just hang out with them, and I'm so impressed. They'll have a tech guy, some young dude will run security. There'll be runners for the store, and they're normal. There'll be a dominant woman that's older that, everybody holds everybody together. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I don't think these people deserve to be locked up. It's a community. It's just so different. And they had heat. This was in the wintertime. This is the one that I'm thinking about now. They had a generator and 4 tents hooked to that. They had the fire things, and I thought it was going to be super cold. It was the coldest day of the year. The police was coming out there fucking with people. So we went to bring blankets and shit. And I went in the tents, and they got fucking electricity. Who got a C5 cord? I don't even know the names of the cord, the different cords. I got one. Brenda got one. These were functioning people, just so different.
I don't want Americans sitting out here in tents, and I have to worry about them freezing to death in the wintertime. Let's just make.
So you'd rather government officials? You'd rather government officials take them into custody, lock them up, and you think that they're going to be treated better?
Better than being homeless or on drug addicts?
Oh my God! Yes. You don't know what happens in the prisons and in some mental. You're not aware of what happens.
Listen. I want to maybe start homeless camps or something where like they have a place to take a shower. They have a place to do their laundry. They have
up though. They can still walk out.
That's right.
They can't walk out unless they meet like certain criteria.
You don't think that'll be abused, then they will be abused, eh?
I think it's abuse to let them suffer as a homeless person in the city.
God. Wow. I
think somebody smarter than I am and less high. This should be an easy argument for someone.
That's crazy.
It was really based on free speech in our Constitution. But I said very importantly that we'll do it again within the next 30 days, and we'll make it bigger and better and even nicer. So I just want to thank everybody that was involved. I also want to thank.
This is really weird.
What?
He hasn't been to one of these ever.
Yes,
he's been president twice. I don't think he's ever been to one. That's why this was so big. That's why the room was packed.
Since he became president?
Yeah, and the last president too. He's never been to one of these. I'm almost sure of it.
Well, he's been to one when he wasn't president. That's a fact.
Oh, as president, I mean his first presidency, and this one he's never went about one as president. And the first one you go to, this crazy dude come in and try and break his way into the place and disrupt
Palestinian looking dude.
So weird. It's weird. What are the odds?
Palestinian. That dude looks like a mixed. He just came out of the Blue Oyster.
He looks like a
Palestinian in your coverage. I will say I've been seeing what's been out. You've been very responsible. So Todd Blanche, I'd like to say a few words. And then we're going to have cash, and then you're going to go on. We can ask. I guess we can take a couple of questions. I want to thank the First Lady that was a rather traumatic experience for her. There was a lot of action taking place up there very quickly. But again, the response time was really incredible. And we're going to reschedule. We're going to do it again. We're not going to let anybody take over our society. We're not going to cancel things out because we can't do that. We wanted to stay tonight. I will tell you, I fought like hell to stay, but it was protocol. They said, please, because they didn't know there was a lot of action going on, and they didn't know could there be probably a lone shooter, but we'll find out. We'll find out very quickly. They have it very well under control. So I want to thank everybody very much.
Again, he added that. Why add that if it's not to his advantage? Why add that? Yeah, I think it's a lone shooter. And he's crazy. Why add that? Why? I'll figure it out when I'm not.
I just answered it.
Muddy the water.
I just answered it.
What?
It makes California look bad. It makes Gavin Newsom look bad. It makes lefties look bad.
Why the lone shooter part? Throw that part in there too. He also volunteered that he's a lone shooter. Why?
Because that indicates that it's just that's the lone gunman is also like a crazy person.
Yeah, but then also means that he's trying to tell you that we're absolutely sure, even though he said probably a lone shooter, that's his way of saying we're absolutely sure that there is no more threat out there to you. Because that would be something he predetermines. I'm talking in my head.
You're thinking into it too much.
It's just the process
Tonight
that
you
my
saw
head does.
the very worst and the very best of this country.
Oh,
you saw the very
God.
worst by the actions of that coward that the president just talked about. But you also saw the very best.
I gotta mute you guys because I think there's echo. Right? Yeah, it's Lou Bass. There we go.
Because you saw law enforcement do exactly what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, unmute if you want to talk, Lou Bass.
And you'll see the videos come out, I expect, very shortly, and you'll see law enforcement do exactly what we want them to do. And so I echo what what President Trump just said, that we are extraordinarily grateful and appreciative of the men and women of law enforcement.
It's already out. I have it. It's in the queue.
That did their jobs tonight, including one who was injured. This investigation is ongoing. I expect you will see charges filed shortly. The charges should be self-evident given the conduct, but as you'll hear, there will be multiple charges surrounding the shooting, around the possession of firearms, and anything else that we can get on this guy.
Pause.
The investigation is obviously ongoing.
Pause. That was very telling. Did you hear the charges? Possession of firearms. He didn't say attempted murder. He didn't say no crazy shit. Possession and whatever else we can get him on. That's interesting. He didn't say, dude, come in here and try to kill people. He said, we're going to have him on the murder. He didn't say that. He said possession. Interesting. Because I heard someone say, he shot at somebody. Yeah.
He shot a cop in his bulletproof vest. That's attempted murder.
Yes, that's what they said. Why is he getting possession? I don't know.
Started. There is federal law enforcement already working on search warrants and doing their job, and I don't want to get ahead of them and don't want to get ahead of the work that they're doing even as we speak. Director Patel and I were just on the crime scene a short while ago, and everybody in this room should rest assured that the Metropolitan Police Department, the FBI, Secret Service, everybody's on the scene doing their job. I know that the police chief is going to give an update from the scene as soon as we're finished here, and I obviously will lead the details of what they have learned to him. But in the meantime, I just want to thank everybody in this room for the courage, and I want to thank President Trump for his words, and I promise you, justice will be served. Thank you.
I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
I know, right? Every time they start congratulating each other, it makes my stomach turn as well.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. The thing that makes my stomach turn is looking into Kash Patel's eyes.
I know, he's so tweaking, yo.
It makes me feel
They look like demons to me.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on with these eyes, but
this is great though. And then they saying he being drunk all the time. They had to hire a SWAT team because they can never get in the door. He be sleeping so hard they can't wake him up. But all the drunk accusations going on now. Yeah, Wall Street Journal, I think it was, did something on. He's suing him for $25 million or some shit. But they talk about all the stories about how drunk he's been getting, and then to see him now, you know, and sure enough, he look wired as fuck, right?
Thank you, General. Thank you, Mr. President. The president's absolutely right. You saw the best resolve of American law enforcement because you, Mr. President, inspire them 24/7, 365. You give them the resources that they need, and you know that you have their back. And that is a changing dynamic in this country, and that's why you saw brave Secret Service agents respond immediately, swiftly, subdue and take down the suspect, and safeguard the lives of thousands of individuals at the
How many people that die is so killed?
The FBI was rapidly deployed onto the scene, took over the evidence response unit, is examining all the ballistics that were found on scene, to include the long gun and the shell casings.
Do you think Trump makes them swallow?
You will hear from our team on the scene there with the mayor and the head of the FBI field division there. But please know what the Attorney General has just said reigns no truer. You saw the very best of America tonight. The very best unite us at a time of uncertainty, because we have leadership here with the president and the vice president that backs law enforcement. And the men and women that I shook their hands on the scene today could not have been prouder to show up on scene.
Just the
And as
facts,
the Attorney
man.
General said,
Damn.
make no mistake, we are conducting witness interviews. If you have any information whatsoever related to this event, 1-800-CALL-FBI. 1-800-CALL-FBI.
Did you see what they did with the information on Trump?
No piece of information is inadequate. We will
FBI.
evaluate it all. We will also be conducting interviews of those that were there. And if any of those individuals have information, please come forward to law enforcement or the FBI or the Metropolitan Police Department. We will be examining this individual's background thoroughly. That process has already started. And we are going to ensure that he was either a lone wolf actor or anyone else that was responsible. We will analyze all evidence immediately to make sure that we safeguard this country. Mr. President,
Why
Mr.
do they
Vice
keep
President, thank you
using
for your
that
leadership,
word,
Attorney
lone
General,
wolf?
Homeland Secretary Mullen. Thank you for
They're
your
trying
partnership.
to say something. I'm not sure.
They're building a narrative.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he is a lone wolf. Like, again,
But they don't usually implant it in your head
How
unless
would they
it's to
know
their
that?
advantage.
Like, a few hours later, how would they know that?
And they wouldn't be saying it unless it was to their advantage. That's the only time they ever say shit like that. Otherwise, they withhold the information. They would never jump out like that unless it was like to paint a narrative, like they did with Pretty and ICE. They would always jump out and say, 10 cars rammed to an ICE so-and-so. Everyone turned out to fit their narrative. And it was a lie. All of them turned out to be lies. So now that I know how they work, I got to question them like this.
You know, the ICE has a training facility in the Israel, right?
I don't know if I heard of that.
What are you saying?
ICE has a training facility in Israel. I don't think that's a crazy word to say.
Oh, what are you talking about? I mean, did they send people there?
Wait. Well, shooting suspect is a Caltech grad, 31 years old.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Okay.
Let's get through this.
Okay, we'll do a couple and then we go to the chair. Madam Chairman, I just want to say you did a fantastic job. What a beautiful evening, and we're going to reschedule. And after that, it's very tough for her to ask a killer question, right? But you have done a fantastic job. Please.
Mr. President, I appreciate it. As you mentioned, it all happened so quickly.
Yes.
And I wonder, especially because unfortunately you have experience with these sorts of threats, in that moment when you realized there was a threat and service agents were telling us to get down, can you describe what was going through your mind, how you were feeling in that moment?
That's a very good question, actually. It's always shocking when something like this happens. Happened to me a little bit, and that never changes. The fact we're sitting right next to each other.
It happened to me a
First
little
Lady, am I
bit.
right?
What the fuck was
And
that?
I heard a noise and sort of thought it was a tray. I thought it was a tray going down. I've heard that many times, and it was a pretty loud noise. And it was from quite far away. He hadn't breached the area at all. They really got him. But so it was quite far away, but it was a gun. And some people really understood that pretty quickly. Other people didn't. I was watching to see what was happening. Probably should have gone down even faster. Melania was very cognizant, I think, of what happened. I think she knew immediately what happened. She was saying, that's a bad noise. And We were whisked away along with other people, but we were really whisked away. And again, the performance of the Secret Service and the police, all of the law enforcement, I thought was really good. So it was very quick. There wasn't a lot of time to be thinking because it was a matter of seconds before we were out the door and gone into an area. We very much, and you wanted to too, we very much wanted to continue it because I don't like to let these sick people, these thugs, these horrible people
Lefties. You wanted to say it so bad.
So we held out. You were there. We held out right till the end, but they didn't want to take a chance, and I understand it was protocol. But we're going to be doing one hopefully within the next 30 days or sooner. And
didn't he say this 4 times already?
I was.
What's up?
Didn't he say this 4 times already? This freaking monkey.
Yeah, let's get to the footage here. Let's see what we got. All right, here's the footage. This is the best we have so far. You ready for this?
Well, I've seen it already. Yes, I'm ready for it.
So they're chilling, and he runs up. He has clothes on.
Totally.
He does have clothes on. He How do they let him get this far? I have no idea.
Apparently, that's not as far. Apparently, that's before you even get to all the metal detectors and shit. That's what I gathered. And he just ran, right? He went for it.
Yeah.
Right? You know, he took a shot. If I run fast enough, they won't know what happened. It was still a dumb move. Now, what do I think of this dude? Been wrong every time so far. So,
what other footage do we have? Do we know who this guy is, or?
They're saying Caltech graduate. They had it up there. It's gone now. 31-year-old Caltech graduate. So I'm sure they know his name. They go into his crib. They know who he is. He's identified.
Do we have a name?
It'd be on the screen right now. But I know they have it because they said he's a 31-year-old Caltech graduate and they go into his crib. It's just the only thing they were holding is his name.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Is this really? U.S. President Donald Trump has released a video showing Cole Thomas Allen, a 31-year-old teacher from Torrance. I don't know anything
He's
about
lefty.
Torrance, California, who supported Kamala Harris. There it is. The suspected shooter at tonight's White House dinner, attempting to run past. All right, let's look this guy up. Cole Thomas. What do you think what kind of a teacher do you think he was?
I'm still the
gender
movie.
studies.
That would just make the movie great.
Please
right?
be gender studies. Oh my God.
Right.
Please be a gender studies.
Please. Oh, the theater is just great. The writer of this fucking series, I love him. Who's this guy? He's really good. Wow. Wonder what happens next week.
Source information: Democrat Alan Cole, teacher, C2 education. I don't know what that.
I don't either.
I mean, don't you guys find it strange that this guy came running in from quite a distance?
Wait,
no one tried to tackle him.
Is this real? What
Teacher
is
of the month.
What is C2 education? Does anyone know what's?
Hey
C2?
Siri, what is C2 education?
Here it
prep
is.
tutoring.
Oh yeah, it helps you with your SATs.
Yeah.
So it's like a tutor. He's not really.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's teaching. I'm not exactly sure what he's teaching. Well, that's exciting.
Oh, there's a good picture of him. Okay, C2 education in Torrance, California.
Oh, wait. Chaotic Truth says Cole Thomas is not black. What is this guy? He ain't white.
And who is he teaching that his plan, that a teacher or tutor came up with, that I'm just going to run through the fucking building and hope no one stops me? What the fuck plan is that?
Yeah, I'm going to run through the building and none of the security guards can tackle me.
So you can serve nobody, right? I don't know. That's a horrible plan, and the teacher is even worse.
It's mockery, Joe.
They mock it.
This is how they mock us, Joe. They laugh their guts out.
Yes, I would. I'm
Behind the
laughing
scenes.
too. Fuck yeah, I
They
think so.
laugh. They laugh when these people believe anything we put out, man. We could put out the most insane farce.
Yes.
So far from reality, and these motherfuckers, what can we do to make them not believe us? I think they're taking bets. Okay, this one they're not going to believe. I'll bet X,
Right
Y,
now,
Z.
the MAGA people are making bank. They win it because they're like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna run on the files, releasing them. And here, watch this. I'm gonna put this in the script. As soon as we get in office, there are no files. It was a hoax. And see if they take that shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna put Hillary in jail. Hillary's a really good friend of mine.
Right. We're gonna get her and go to jail. All that bullshit.
Yeah.
Lock her up.
What a joke.
Suspect had a shotgun, handgun, and knives.
Wow, he was running fast with all that weight.
Shooting suspect had shotgun, handgun, knives. He wasn't even close, man. I'm looking at how big the place is, man. There's people coming from all upstairs to run down and see where he at. He didn't even get close to nothing.
Well, at least maybe we'll get a statement from him.
Yeah, that would be great. Well, I never considered that it's a possibility. I'm assuming somebody gonna get bit by a poison rat tonight in the jail.
He might,
and he's gonna catch a rare disease because they got to make a really good script just to put it in our face, like Lewis saying it'll be something crazy, like, well, he was bitten by a mouse, but it was a rare mouse, Aztecian mouse, found only in the Bush Desert, and that nigga's gonna be like, it was a mouse. I'm gonna be on panel. Somebody like, Joe, it was the mouse. I'll be like, nigga, you ever heard that in your life? It was the mouse, Joe. You read it? You saw it.
Lalo will bring up all the mouse diseases.
Right, that type of thing will come in. Clearly, look here. This is the Eastern Outback mouse, and here it is, right here.
Man, they mock us good, man. They mock the fuck out of us. Anyways, I'm gonna hit the fucking sack.
All right,
yeah.
brother.
No, thanks for pulling up, everyone. It's a good time to end it.
All right.
Luckily, looks like everyone's going to survive, which is shocking. Thanks for the best. See you next time.
Let's just say goodbye to your audience. Be easy, man.
Take it easy, boss. Thanks for having me up.
Thank you. See you, man.
See you, Joe.
All right, Joe, you done? All right. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Exciting night. Not too much happening. And stay tuned for more of the Barnos Fear. I'll see you when I see you. Peace and blessings to you all. Good night.